The 2016 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup is in Cary, North Carolina, WakeMed Soccer Park. For the second year in a row, the Carolina RailHawks host the USL's Charlotte Independence right here at WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary, North Carolina. Hello, everybody. I'm Dean Linke, along with former England footballer and Carolina RailHawks defender Sam Stockley. And Sam, favorite time of the year, in order to be a giant slayer, you got to get past Charlotte Independence, and that won't be easy.
Excuse me, no, not at all. Charlotte come here is a very, very good team. Both teams will probably set up in a 4-2-3-1, so it's going to be one of those games where they could cancel each other out. But I feel that the RailHawks have the better players in respects of how to move between the lines.
All right, we'll go down to Mark Calloway as he makes way for the national anthem of the United States of America. National anthem in the books as we get you set here for the third round of the 2016 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup here at WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary. And we welcome you up to the Continental Tire broadcast booth. Hello, everybody. Dean Linke along with Sam Stockley. And Sam, you talked about the fact both these teams come in with a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, we were just saying there before the national anthem, I just feel that the RailHawks maybe have the better players to get in between the lines. With Brian Shriver, T. Shipolani, the lose of his service, I think it's going to be a tough game for Charlotte if they don't compact those lines.
When you look at this Charlotte team, you'll recognize some Carolina RailHawks players in the middle, June Marcus Davidson and Enzo Martinez.
You know, June Davidson was probably one of the best players I've played with. He's so calm and collective on the ball. His distribution's excellent, and after we're speaking with their manager, they say that he's come into the team and just been a real leader. So I'm looking forward to watch June play against a tough opposition with Naz Abadawi playing in there.
Sam Stockley calls June Marcus Davidson a Rolls Royce type of player, just like Sam, of course. Speaking of Rolls Royce, Nazbi Abadawi has been outstanding this year.
Yeah, he's been huge, and they've been through a bit of a difficult stage this last 3-4 games, but Naz has worked great. His attitude, his ability to be able to still find success towards goal for his teammates, I think that's going to continue tonight. And I feel like I said, I just think it might be a little bit too much for Charlotte in the way that the RailHawks will play.
All right, the starting lineups for the Carolina RailHawks first. It's Akira Fitzgerald in goal, left to right across the back. It's Paul Black, your left back, Connor Tobin, your left center back, Simon Mensing, your right center back, and Drew Becky back in there at right back after sitting out a couple games. Alex Perez, the Spaniard, will sit in with Matt Watson, the Englishman. Those two will hold down the fort. And then it's Abadawi in front of them with Austin DeLuz on the left, T. Shipolani on the right, and Brian Shriver up top. I like this lineup.
Yeah, I do. And we're speaking with Duan, the assistant head coach today. Don't be surprised if June Davison, again, we spoke about him and how highly I rate him. Don't be surprised that if he gets on the ball too much, they might switch Watson and put Watson in that number 10 role and put Naz Abadawi as a number 8 just so Watson can sniff out June Davidson's ability on the ball.
All right, it's Cody Mizell in goal for Charlotte. Left to right, it's Slajic Kalungi, who also spent some time here with the Carolina RailHawks, Duckett and Johnson. And then in the middle, it's Ekra with Davidson, as we've just talked about in that 4-2-3-1. David Estrada, who was outstanding at UCLA, former MLS player, Enzo Martinez in the middle, and then it's number 8, Caleb Calvert, and up top, Brian Brown, a very good forward.
Yeah, Brian Brown is the jewel to Charlotte's team here. He can hold the ball up, he can score goals, he does a lot of work up there on his own. You know, one of his main strengths, as I just said, is holding the ball up, and that's going to be key against 2 good centre halves with obviously Connor Tobin and Simon Menson playing as well as they are. So it'll be interesting to see. Martinez used to play here. He's got 3 goals. He's going to want to prove a point. As you said, Kalungi, centre back, he's going to want to prove a point.
We're underway. The Carolina RailHawks in their 10th anniversary grays. The Charlotte Independents from the USL are in all white from head to toe. Delighted to be with you on ussoccer.com and CarolinaRailHawks.com. And we especially want to say hello to the great fans of the Charlotte Independents. What a job they have done, and what a run they had last year in the 2015 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup, as they beat the Upward Stars FC of the NPSL 4-1, then beat the RailHawks 1-0, and they've got possession early, then beat the New England Revolution 1-0 before losing to the Chicago Fire 3-1. So this team knows how to win in this competition, and revenge is also key for the RailHawks.
Yeah, for sure, and that's the beauty of the Cup. You know, wherever, in any country, the Cup always brings up, you know, that's one thing you talk about, it always brings up upsets, and if you're a higher team playing against a lower team, in respects to leagues, then the one thing you say is that let's make sure we're not the one that falters and we're not the one that slips up to the lower division team.
We haven't even got to the storyline of the coaches, which is quite interesting as well. Mike Jeffries was the head coach of the Dallas Burn of Major League Soccer back in the day. Colin Clark was his assistant coach. They let Mike Jeffries go and promoted Colin Clark to the top job there.
Yeah, and that happens. You know, they're going to have a great relationship. That, you know, they've been in the game so long, those 2 managers, that they're bound to have crossed paths. And like you said, with Colin sort of learning the ranks and coming up after Mike, you know, I think that's typical in soccer. So it'll be interesting to see how they battle it out in formations and styles today.
Mike Jeffries had a nice run in Major League Soccer, as did Colin Clark, the top man for the Carolina RailHawks. He then went to Duke as an assistant. Many thought he would get that job. Loves the North Carolina area, so it's only fitting that he is here with Charlotte in town, Cary, North Carolina, Wake Met Soccer Park. 2 minutes in, we saw the forward for Charlotte, Brown, take a cracker from distance that was deflected back. That's been the first dangerous opportunity, or semi-dangerous at best.
This is 2 teams, Dean, that love to play soccer. You'll see a lot of build-up, and it's really going to be about which one's more comfortable and which one's more composed on the ball. We spoke to Mike Jeffries, didn't we, just before the game, and he said about trying to get between the lines, and it'll be the same for the RailHawks. You know, it's about players getting in holes and players with the quality finding those players in holes.
That's right back Johnson to Brown. Brown sent across, pretty good ball. And that was all started by Enzo Martinez, who played a brilliant ball. Here's Ekra back again. The Charlotte Independents have controlled the ball here in the first 2.5 minutes, without question. The right back Johnson stays forward, drops it back to Ekra, and now he will square it over to Calvert. Calvert will switch it over to the left back. That's Slogic.
Just as I mentioned, you can see here, look, there's Matty Watson in his unfamiliar role as almost playing like a number 10. So I think they feel that Naz is going to get box to box, but they feel that Matty Watson could get around June Davison.
Right side, Estrada. David Estrada back across right in front. Nazmi Abadawi plays it into space, hoping there was a gray jersey there. Deleuze does well to run it down. Let's see what Deleuze can do with this. Tough ball back. Here's Watson now. They'll play advantage. Watson looking for anybody open, and Nazmi Abadawi is open. They'll play it into space to Shriver, and even the speedy Shriver can't run that one down.
No, you just see T. Shipolani come inside and create this great little space for Brian Shriver to go into that channel. Just a little bit more quality from Perez then, and would have been a great ball. But Charlotte settled into the game well. You can see what they're here. They're not going to be afraid. They're not going to come here and try and be in awe of Carolina RailHawks. They're going to get the ball down. They've got good enough players. You know, they've got a great squad out there, and they're going to try and move this ball.
Speaking of great squads, the Charlotte Independents, led by Tom Engstrom, who has been really a outstanding ambassador for soccer for so many years and done a great job in Charlotte. We say hello to Tom and the entire staff for the Charlotte Independents. This one too long to Estrada. Estrada is a handful, former star at UCLA.
Yeah, very, very good play. You can just see there he's working that line. He's always looking to get in behind. You know, he's quality on the ball, and with him and Enzo Martinez in there, you know, it's going to be a tough night for Perez and Naz Abadawi if they allow those two to get on the ball and start running at you.
Charlotte Independence got here by way of a 2-0 win over the Charlotte Eagles of the PDL, 2-0. That was back on May 18th. Christopher Hellman scored and then doubled the score off a Jorge Herrera rebound in the 50th minute. So Independence beating the Eagles to get here to take on the RailHawks. Here's Connor Tobin in a foot race there with Brown. Cleaned up by Black.
It's important to know, it's quite, when I was walking along the field before, it's quite gusty down there. So these little balls over the top, the centre back's going to have to be really, really careful because it's going to travel in this little wind.
Matt Watson, good touch to Shriver. Turnover, back to the Charlotte Independence. Estrada and Martinez. There's Shriver getting it right back though. Boy, you like that. You lose the ball and he did what he needed to do to win it back.
Yeah, just dropped straight back in there and obviously got himself in a position to win it.
Becky's back in there at right back. I'm interested to see what Becky can do because I thought he was quite good actually to start the season. Cipollani sent in, deflected out, almost an own goal. It'll be a corner kick. Carolina RailHawks.
Yeah, that's the art of driving a ball in there. If there's space, can a wide player drive it in there because it causes all problems. It bounced just in front of Kalungi there and he's done well to turn it over the bar. I thought it was going to go in at one point, but there you see Shriver dropping in like you said. I think Shriver will interchange with Abadawi. I think that Watson will interchange and Deleuze will stay pretty much out on this left-hand side where he can deliver with his left foot.
Deleuze is over there thinking about his left. T. Cipollani also showing some interest with his right. Deleuze and Cipollani still talking about it. Deleuze taking a look.
It's a big space back post if he can get it there.
Deleuze snapped out of there though by Duckett. And the Independents will go the other way. Martinez has some space, looking up for options. He has galloped almost 60 yards untouched, goes around Mensing like a cone, tried to drop it to the right side, and now Abadawi was on it. Great counterattack from Charlotte right there.
Yeah, real good. Numbers up as well. There was 2-3 Charlotte Independence players trying to get forward, and Enzo, I know from a couple of years ago, would have took that shot on.
Perez a little bit too casual, has it stripped there by Ekra.
Great play there by Charlotte, like you said, by Ekra. They're just pressing at the minute, they've started well, they've moved the ball around, they've put Carolina RailHawks on their back foot a little bit, and the confidence is up, and it just goes to show there with the pressing from Ekra, Perez is looking for a foul. I don't think that's a foul. There's two bodies just competing. Perez just got to be a little bit quicker there under pressure.
2016 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup, the third round. The winner gets to host Major League Soccer's New England Revolution. Enzo Martinez, pretty good ball. There's Akira Fitzgerald, the former Tar Heel to the Demon Deacon. Akira will throw it with his right hand into space to another Tar Heel, Brian Shriver. There's the Canadian Becky on the overlapping run.
That's what I like to see. Sorry, Dean. That's what they were missing, I think, RailHawks the last couple of games, that overlapping run from the right-hand side. Because Black will do it automatically, you see here.
Deleuze had Black open. Martinez comes in hard. It's deflected. Martinez doesn't like the call.
He won the ball. You will see it again here. He won the ball, but it's just the way he came in. We call that like a scissor, both feet. You can see here in the replay now. He's come in, Deleuze has squared him up, and both feet have left the floor. There's nothing malice in that, but you just can't do that type of scissor.
Slogic plays it back to Enzo Martinez. Nifty touch, but before Brown can get to it, Connor Tobin is there. Tobin is on it. Tobin right side now to Becky. Becky back to Simon Mensing. Mensing over to Watson. Now Mensing, Perez shows a second time in a row. Perez has been bumped off the ball. This time a whistle. In the middle, it's Neo Barbalescu from North Carolina. Benjamin Wooten on one line, but Benjamin Jackson on the other line. Your fourth official is Gustavo Solorio. Jude Carr, your match commissioner. And fans, whoever wins this game, on June 15th, Major League Soccer's New England Revolution will come to town.
What a great opportunity, just like playing in the FA Cup back home. The big guns come in at third, fourth round. You've got opportunity of playing an MLS team at home, and that's the beauty of the cup. That's why I love these cup games, because you've always got an opportunity to showcase yourself.
A lot of excitement around the Carolina RailHawks. They've had a little bit of a struggle though in NASL. Started the season with 4 straight wins, and now in their last 4, 3 losses and a tie.
Yeah, as you know, we commented on the game up in Edmonton, and we felt that one might just be some kind of set piece, and it ended up being a penalty. And it's a great opportunity for them. They're at home. They've got obviously a home game coming up the weekend against Jacksonville Armada. So they'll want to get a really good result under their belt here now and move on to the league and concentrate on those last 2 games. It should be fresh, you know, they had a bye week.
Enzo Martinez. Nice job by Pettis that time. There's Becky cleaning it up.
I like Becky at right back. You know, I know he's naturally a centre back, but he's willing to go forward. He wants to try and support T, and I think that helps T Shipolani when you've got an outside back who wants to overlap, because it creates space for T Shipolani. Sometimes T can get caught too high and wide, and there's no space for him. So with Becky going there, that gives T opportunity to come short and get the ball.
Slogic, the left back. Calling for it is June Marcus Davidson. Have not said his name a whole lot, as he's just pretty much directing traffic.
Yeah, I was just watching him. He's almost like a puppeteer. He's got 4 or 5 strings going at the minute. He's control of that whole midfield. He's telling centre-backs what to do, where to play, where to run, and that's just a sign of a quality player. When he was at the club, I had a lot of time for June. We got on really well. He's a real good guy, and like I said, a quality player.
Davidson calling for it this time. Abadawi closes quickly. And he simply sends it back to Duckett. Duckett, good ball to Enzo Martinez. Enzo's touches have been clean so far. This is his first time really just dribbling into trouble, and it gets taken away. The jinx of the broadcaster again. Deleuze now to Tobin. Tobin, really good ball to Abadawi. Abadawi in tight spaces with 3, then 4, then 5 white jerseys. 5 different players couldn't take it away from him.
Yeah, he's so good at that. You know, he's so good. He's so composed. He likes that ball at his feet. He likes the pressure. He knows where it's coming from, and he just wriggles out of it. And that's what's so good about Naz, you know. And he's always looking for the ball. That once he lays it off, he's always looking for it again. It's a real good sign of an attacking midfielder.
Here's Tobin to Deleuze. Good ball to Watson. Watson looking for Shriver. Here's Black. Black in a foot race, and it'll go out of bounds as he was going toe-to-toe with Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson's quick there. I've seen him cover, you know, a couple of balls have gone in behind now, and I've seen him cover that ground quick.
Joel Johnson, the speedy right back for the Charlotte Independents, and Mike Jeffries. Great to have Mike in the house. Good to talk to him, as you said, Sam, before the game.
Yeah, real open guy. He was talking about his Charlotte team. He was saying how they kind of play the same as RailHawks. They like to build out from the back. They like to get on the ball. That's what's brought them success in the USL. So, you know, this, like I said before, this game's going to be a real game of soccer.
Shot from distance, hammered there by Caleb Calvert. He did well to get his body around the ball and put it on frame.
Great strike, and Akira made that look easy, just sticking to his hands, but that was a great strike there, like you said, from Calvert. He's got 3 goals this season. You know, he's going to be a threat. Him, Martinez, Brown have all got 3 goals, so they're not going to be scared. If there's an opportunity, they're going to go for it.
Turnover again from Perez, but he did well to come back and get a piece of the ball, at least slow it down. The Independents have it again, though.
You know, you think that Independents are the home team here. They've had total control of the ball at the minute. RailHawks can't get near them. They're breaking quickly on the counter-attack, but when it turns back over, you can see here now Charlotte just getting back into shape, getting settled, and making the RailHawks break them down.
Sam, that was a good opportunity for the RailHawks to counter, and they didn't do it. They put the brakes on.
Yeah.
Pop this one high. Hang on. It's headed back. Go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, I was going to say that's not going to work. You know, you got T. Shipolani, you got Brian Shriver up front against Bucket and Kalungi. They're going to eat that up all day, those 2 centre-backs. They're going to want that ball. The RailHawks have got to have better quality, try and find it in between the lines. We talk about it all the time. In between the lines, get it on Naz's feet, into Deleuze's feet, and then they can start working the ball.
Enzo Martinez, 2 touches. Back to Joel Johnson. Johnson right at midfield, back to Enzo Martinez. Martinez, good ball to Calvert. Clipped off of Simon Mensing's head. It'll fall to Slogic. Slogic. Back to Enzo Martinez. 30-plus yards out. Drops it in. Flag is up. David Estrada left 1 step too early.
No, going back to Enzo there, Enzo Martinez, you know, when he came to RailHawks a couple of years ago, I think he was just fresh out the MLS and still trying to find his craft. He didn't kind of know. He was beating players when maybe he could have passed, and it looks like he's come now to Charlotte and really sorted his game out. This first 14 minutes, he's been excellent. You know, every decision he's made, apart from maybe the one he could have hit on the edge of the box just to start with, has been very good.
I agree, Sam. Well said. Enzo's looked very clean and tidy.
And sometimes that happens with young players, you know, they go somewhere, you come out the MLS or you come out the Premiership or things like that, and you sort of have to lick your wounds a little bit and regroup and find your style and go to a team like this, you know, a quality team with a quality coaching staff and find your trade again. And it looks like they're doing a great job with Martinez.
I like what you said, because if you remember, Enzo Martinez also played with a similar player in Cesar Elizondo, who perhaps tried to do too much on their own, and when those two were on the field, sometimes they put their head down.
Yeah, they did, and you don't want to take that away from them, because that's their style, that's their flair players. It's just trying to coach and get them understanding when and where to do that. You know, there's times and there's places on the field that you can do that.
Right side now to Becky, the RailHawks. Better work here. Shriver shows. Shriver back to Becky. Becky 10 yards in front of midfield, back to Matt Watson. Watson looking for any opportunity. The shade starting to set on half the field. Still a little bit of sun in the eyes, particularly of the right back Drew Becky, as he surveys options in gray.
Yeah, when RailHawks get the ball in Charlotte's half, you see Calvert, you see Estrada just dropping back into, it's almost like a 4-4-1-1, and they've just got those two banks of four there. They're doing well at the minute.
Abadawi will earn a free kick, and a dangerous one at that. Say 23 yards out, right side, right at the corner of the 18-yard box, 5 yards deeper.
Yeah, you just see on the replay, Slogic, the left back there, just gets too tight on Abadawi. Abadawi uses him, he feels him and rolls him and just gets clipped there. So great opportunity here for the RailHawks. Good quality here now. Put this in the box.
Austin Deleuze over it. Do not believe he's thinking shot. Tough angle to shoot from for sure.
He's just got to whip this in. You want this to sort of almost drop on that 6-yard box.
Mencine has been dangerous of late. It's over the top. Perez is there. Headed back out. Shriver takes a shot at it. Deflected off of Calvert. Now it's back to Deleuze. He started it. Now over to Abadawi. Abadawi, quick touch to T. Shipolani, but perhaps too quick.
That was a fantastic defensive header there from the left back, Slogic. Got up high, and you see Perez almost had his eye on the ball, and Slogic just came straight over and caught it clean with his head.
"17 minutes in, no score, third round, 2016 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup, as we're pleased to join you on ussoccer.com and CarolinaRailHawks.com. We certainly appreciate U.S. Soccer for all of their work running the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. Here's Davidson. Back to Duckett.
Just there with Davison, just see his movement there. Obviously, it's simple, but it's so effective. He drops the ball off and then sprints into that little position 10 yards deeper just to create a little bit of space for Matty Watson to be able to get it again.
Tobin does well to just get a piece of it. Now Watson over the top flag. It's got to stay down, and it does. Shriver is in. Shriver can make it 1-0 and saved. Mizzo is there, deflected away. Corner kick, Carolina.
Shriver's got to do better there for me. Got to do better. Maybe almost like he had a little bit too much time. Keeper's come out, smothered it well. Great ball from Perez just in the transition, and that's where Charlotte got to be careful. They were a little bit high on their line. Didn't know where Shriver was. The ball broke free, and they just put that in the channel. Shriver had 2 or 3 touches, and difficult. Maybe could have lifted it over the keeper. Maybe could have gone across the body.
Nice save by Mizell, though, is 19 minutes in. Should have been 1-0 Carolina. Shipolani. Corner kick sent back where it came from. Shipolani in a collision. And the Carolina RailHawks will have another free kick just outside the 18.
Just on that corner there, see Naz Abadawi coming to the ball now, but he was completely free on the back post. Charlotte back 4. Charlotte from that corner had no idea that he was back post.
So this free kick just outside the 18. I mean, literally, the ball's almost sitting.
Sorry, I was going to say that, Dean. From this standpoint now, he's just going to whip this on goal. He's trying to shoot for me here. Any type of touch or glance is going to go in. He's got to whip this ball right into that area.
Deleuze does just that and headed back out where it came from. It'll fall to Connor Tobin. Patrick Slogic was able to head it away. Good ball into space. Abadawi, what a great trap. Shipolani's calling for it. Shriver's open, deflected out of there. And Mizzo for the second time denying Brian Shriver.
Great play from Naz Abadawi there. Great play. Little touch to settle it. I think it was, I'm not sure, I think the Charlotte player couldn't, hopefully we'll see on the rerun there, but he just settles in with his first touch, and then second touch takes him away into space. And once he's in the box, he knows he can't be tackled.
Black, too strong. Brian Shriver has been busy here today.
You see there, just spins there. It's a great hit there from Brian Shriver. Keeper does well. Again, Naz Abadawi causing all those problems. Great little pullback and good awareness. Much better from RailHawks this last 5 minutes.
Simon Mensing over to Perez. Perez, a little bit of pressure from behind. Here's Tobin. Tobin now. Black sees Deleuze and gets it to him. Deleuze will leave it. Brilliant play. Watson is on it. Watson trying to get around Ekra. Watson staying with it, and Ekra throws him to the side. Ekra stays with it.
Great battle there between Watson and Ekra. Charlotte player Ekra does very well there. Just uses his strength to get Matty Watson out the way and turns out.
Duckett, wearing the captain's armband, will bomb it long for Slogic. Back to June Marcus Davidson, who really just does a phenomenal job filling in wherever the back four are moving.
Exactly that. Exactly that. The left back's going, June just sits in that spot. The right back comes over this side, you know.
Here's Davidson again now, allowing Slogic to press forward. Lungi under pressure over to Ekra. And now Charlotte trying to take a little bit of the air out of the ball. Duckett, right center back. He's got Joel Johnson 20 yards in front of him on the right side. Deleuze trying to stay with him. Duckett looking to switch it, hit that ball dramatically, and it'll fall to Akira Fitzgerald.
RailHawks will be very, very happy with that. Great shape. As the centre-back Duckett had it on the ball, I was looking, scanning the field, seeing what was open, and there was only really that diagonal ball open, and to be fair to Becky, he had that covered.
He's Sam Stockley. Played for a long time over in England before coming over to the United States a few years back. Ended up here at the Carolina RailHawks. We're glad he did. Now in the broadcast booth for his second season. I'm Dean Linke, delighted to be with you on USSoccer.com and CarolinaRailHawks.com. Here's Deleuze looking for Watson. Duckett is there. Duckett with the shield. And Duckett and Watson are going at it. It'll go out of bounds. Goal kick back to the Charlotte Independents. Good sportsmanship there from Duckett and Watson.
Yeah, great little battle there. You know, when you're playing against Watson, you know that it's going to be physical. You know he's going to chase every ball down, and Duckett done well there. It's been an open game these first 22 minutes. Really open, you know. There's been a lot of passing. Both teams are sitting in, allowing the back four, the centre-backs to have the ball.
Bombed long. Calvert able to get his head on it. Here's Martinez. He's in. Mensing's on him. And Akira Fitzgerald defending the near post. Corner kick. Charlotte.
Brilliant. Brilliant there from Enzo Martinez. Excellent play. Just uses his body to roll. You see this. Just uses his body to roll Mensing. Thought about taking a shot there. Just ran away from him, but still gets an excellent shot off there on that near post, which Akira has covered. Great play there from Enzo Martinez.
Corner kick. Enzo Martinez. Cleaned up by Charlotte. 24 minutes in. Still no score. Everybody came forward on that corner kick. The shape not there. Akira Fitzgerald. Let's see if he goes quickly. He should. Calling for it to lose. Akira Fitzgerald. Boy, there's no fast break attack right now for Carolina. This one almost picked off. Tough ball for Abadawi to stay with, and there's the foul. Boy, don't you need to get going off that?
I think so. I think so, yeah. He looked and he scanned, but again, I was watching that, and it seems like I'm talking about June Davison a lot, but he sat deep. It was almost like he set the trap. He allowed it to go in, knowing that Akira might put it in there, and then obviously he stepped in really quick. So good play from the Charlotte holding midfielder there.
Go off Brian Shriver. Do want to clarify, it's Cody Mizzle in goal. Spelled M-I-Z-E-L-L, pronounced Mizzle according to the powers that be, and he has been outstanding, so we want to say his name right.
Yeah, it's two great saves. Two great saves, especially that one-on-one with Shriver.
25 minutes in. Long ball for Calvert. Black is there. Black, the new resident left back. Capono Low, the ageless wonder, not with the team right now as we send our best to Capono Low. So used to seeing number 3 at that left back. But Paul Black has come in and really done well.
Yeah, he's been outstanding for me. We spoke about him a lot since we've been doing these broadcasts, and I think that he's just been an excellent pickup for the RailHawks in the way he's simple and he loves to get up and down that line. And you know the ball's coming in when he's there. He doesn't take more than 2 or 3 touches when he's looking to overlap and cross, and that's great for centre forwards. He's been a really good player this season.
Simon Mensing will take it from Akira Fitzgerald. We're in minute 26, still no score. Brian Shriver has had not 1 but 2 open opportunities, including a breakaway that was saved by Mizzle. And then off a corner kick, a rebound came out to him. Another shot, again saved by Mizzle. Over the top, Shipolani. Shipolani with Slogic coming out of nowhere. This long strides of Slogic. We'll go off of Perez and back to Charlotte. I didn't think Slogic could make up that amount of space.
No, it's true. He doesn't look like your typical left back. You know, he looks almost like a centre back, but he's done well considering he's up against T. Shipolani, and Brian Shriver's pulling out onto that sort of RailHawks right-hand channel, but he's done well there in the left back.
The Independents over on the left side. Tobin steps up. Enzo Martinez stays with it, pops up, able to trap it with his right thigh, taken away by Simon Mensing. And with each game at center back, Simon Mensing, you can just see him not only playing better, but even getting into better shape.
Yeah, he's had a long career at a very high level. Again, his organisation skills, his positioning is very, very good. His release of the ball is timely. He knows when to deliver it long. He knows when to go short into midfield. You know, him and Connor Tobin have done excellent. I think that's key. It's key to any success, is your 2 centre-backs and their pairing. You know, that we talk about a spine up the middle of the field, 2 centre-backs, midfielders, strikers, goalkeeper. You try to build your team around that.
Here's Slogic now, minute 27. More than halfway through the first half. Dean Lincoln with Sam Stockley. Sam, let's get your thoughts on the home team first, the Carolina RailHawks.
I felt that they came out a little bit slow. I think Charlotte came out well.
Hang on, Joel Johnson on the right side, delivered in. Go ahead.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't the fact that RailHawks started slow. I just think that Charlotte came out quick and had a bit of the ball, but they found a rhythm now. They're going to get pressed from Charlotte, as you can see, and they're comfortable breaking the lines. And I think that if they continue to move the ball like they are, get Naz Abadawi on it, get Shriver in it quick.
There's better. There's a fast break. Abadawi with the throw into Shriver. Shriver able to stay with it. Somehow lost it from Kalungi. Kalungi came forward, made a mistake, and Shriver did not make him pay.
No, his touch just bounced off in there, and Kalungi got back in with his pace.
Quick throw in. Abadawi back to Deleuze. Now Deleuze over to Black, back to Deleuze. Deleuze. Shipolani was wide open in the middle. Do they see him? No, they don't. Perez mishits that one.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more patient there. He's got the quality, Perez, and that's sometimes what happens. That probably when you're down on the field and you're playing in these type of games, they probably feel like they haven't had much of the ball because Charlotte have been so good when they've had it. So it tends to break you out your rhythm a little bit, and that's where Perez has just got to calm things down. You know, he needs to get on it because that's where he's good in these situations. But yeah, back to the RailHawks. I think they've done well. I think they've come back into the game.
Your thoughts of the Charlotte Independents, 29 minutes in?
Been very, very, very impressed. I like the way that they try and get their fullbacks high quick. You've got Enzo, who's
and Davidson comes in. He's going to get a red card. His studs were up. A red card to Davidson. Studs up on Nazmi Abadawi, and that is a major loss as June Marcus Davidson is sent off. Well, I don't know about that. You know the kind of person June Marcus Davidson is as well.
Obviously, the referee doesn't know the type of person that June is, but Naz has dipped his head down in there. He caught him, there's no doubt, but June hasn't tried to catch him there. You know, from his standpoint, he's just tried to nick the ball. I think the referee's come in quick. He's reacted very, very quick there. There's no need for him to send him off with a red card. You can see here, look, the ball comes in here. Naz holds it up well, and it just dies on the turf. And as he comes in, yeah, June does catch him, but he's just trying to nick that from the front. There's nothing malicious in that. It's bad timing. you can see why the referee's given him the red card, but to be honest with you, I think he's overreacted a little bit quick there with June.
So when you saw it the second time, and you don't know everything we know about June Marcus Davidson, then maybe a red, just because we saw, you know, if you don't get the right angle, you see the foot way up, you see the head come into it, but the ball was still there. That was what
for me, and again, this is a good topic, because knowing that type of situation, if you're trying to catch someone, I think you're coming in straight-legged. I think your leg's straight and you're coming in more of a stamp. You can see here. His legs, he's just trying, the ball's bouncing up and he's just trying to nick it there. Ooh. And he's a little bit slow. He has caught him, there's no question about that. But he's not malicious. He's not meant to catch him there. He's just tried to nick that ball from the front. I think if you're actually trying to hurt someone there, you come in straight-legged.
Boy, I tell you what, I'm disappointed though. Despite calling RailHawks games for 10 years, June Marcus Davidson, as we talked about, a Rolls-Royce type player, I don't like not seeing him on the field.
No, and you can see here his reaction. He's just come in. You know, it's not in his character. He's not like that. He's not a malicious type of player. You know, it's probably one aspect of his game when he was with the RailHawks that we maybe would have tried to get a little bit more out of him, was that competitive spirit. You know, he's a ball player. You can see why the referee's done it, and you can't fault the referee for it, but I think he's just got a sense of game. Dean, it was not even that type of game. It's probably the second, third foul we've had for it to then come in and be a red card for a stamp, but changes everything now for Charlotte.
Now the referee is going to spend some time waiting to see Davidson perhaps walk all the way around the field. Davidson saluting the fans here for the Charlotte Independents, a group of 10 to 20. They've come down 85 and 40 to be here. And they're going to wait for him to walk all the way around. I'm not sure why they didn't just let him cross the field if they're going to wait that long.
Yeah, you know, probably a million things are going through Davidson's head now. For me, it would be good to have one of the Charlotte coaching staff just walk with him, you know. This is a time when you need an arm around him. He's obviously disappointed. He's going to be thinking that he never meant to do it. He's let his teammates down. And so this is a time where, you know, that walk there could be with a coach, and a coach should just have his arm around him and help him through that, you know.
So whether he meant it or not, the red card is final.
This goes two ways for Charlotte. Sometimes, you know, I've played in these games when a team goes down to 10 men, it's actually harder. It's actually harder to break down, because they put that, you could see here how they've lined up. They'll just bring Enzo into this, Martinez onto this right-hand side. They'll keep Brown up top, and they'll just play 4-4-1. And it'll be down to RailHawks, I would imagine, now that Connor Tobin and Simon Menson were going to get a lot of the ball. So they're going to have to be good with it. RailHawks have to stay patient, see if they can continue to pass it along the back and find the players in those gaps.
So June Marcus Davidson making that lonely walk up the locker room tunnel on the far side, and now the Charlotte Independents will have to go a long way down a man.
This is about discipline now. It's about staying compact. When you don't have the ball, just drop in.
Here's Shipalani, deflected out of there by Kalungi. Calvert.
Well played.
Yeah, I think he's been very good as well. Brown will drop it back. Tough touch from Estrada, cleaned up there by Becky. Still loose. Kalungi will bomb it long. Estrada with a nifty header over to Brown. It'll ping around, and it'll stay with Charlotte.
Two center backs for RailHawks just got to be, they've got to stay focused. That's going to be their only out ball, is to Brown. So for me, defensively, and I'm sure Coach Colin will be saying this, one in front, one behind, all the time. If he drifts onto this side, Connor Tobin picks him up, Simon Menson stays in front so they can't drop that ball in. Then if he drifts onto Connor Tobin, he steps in front and Simon Menson comes around, so they can't get that ball into him, because that's going to be their only outlet.
Enzo Martinez over the top. Estrada's there, but so is Akira Fitzgerald. And Sam Sockley said it best. Sometimes when you're down a man, you change the way you play and get something out of it. A turnover from Watson. Good idea, though, from Matt Watson. We'll take that one. "35 minutes in. There's going to be plenty of extra time added, though, as June Marcus Davidson took his time heading to the locker room. Don't blame him. Feel bad for the young man, who was just a great player here at the Carolina RailHawks. You heard Sam Stockley talk about his quality. Martinez over to Ekra. Ekra has Calvert.
I like Ekra. I like what he does. He's hardworking. He gets around the field. He's strong. He can play. He's going to have a big role now with obviously June Davison being out.
Here's Watson. Far side over to Shriver. Becky making that overlapping run. Shriver stays with it. Watson now finds Becky. Watson will drop back into space. Cipollani comes over. Becky sent in. Abadawi's there. Abadawi to Shriver. Again deflected, this time by Joel Johnson. Shriver, you feel like, is going to get one. Tobin comes forward. DeLuz can't run it down. Throw in back to Charlotte.
Great block there from Johnson. Great block, because it was a good movement there. Becky does well, just opens up his body there, just creates a yard to whip it in there. Once again, Naz Abadawi's involved and drops to Shriver. He's had 3 good efforts now.
Joel Johnson. Brown. Johnson. Foul on the Carolina RailHawks. It'll stay with Charlotte.
This is where Calvert and Estrada are really going to have to come into the game now. Especially when the ball goes into Brown or it goes forward. They're going to have to really try and get forward quick and support him.
Duckett. Charlotte. If you're just tuning in, June Marcus Davidson now with the Charlotte Independents, sent off. There was a loose ball. Nasby Abadawi stuck his head down to try to get to it, and June Marcus Davidson came in and the bottom of his foot caught the head of Abadawi in an instant red, according to the referee. Here's Enzo Martinez pushing forward, bumped off by Watson. They'll say play on. Enzo trying to take the contact. Part of the game, doesn't get the whistle. Boy, Sam, that's been a big discussion as well, as a lot of flopping going on in soccer. Your thoughts on that?
I just think it's part of the game now. You know, I think that if you're a manager, as much as you say you don't want to, if it's a telltale game and the ball gets played in the box and you've got an opportunity with a bit of contact to go down and try and gain a penalty and an advantage, I think that's just part of the game. I think that you can't, you know, there's certain areas on the field where you've got to be patient, and you know, we tell young pro players all the time about defensive duties. It's not about winning the ball. Sometimes being a good defender is making a player turn around and play backwards. That's still good defending.
Quick throw in from DeLuz over to Abadawi. Abadawi now back to Black. That I'm fine with. It's the flopping during discussions that are troubling.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, it's.
Here's Shriver, hang on, Sam. Over to Cipollani. Cipollani's got Becky coming forward. Cipollani, will he do a step over? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Back across, nobody's home. There's Abadawi, deflected, corner kick, Carolina.
Another block from Johnson there. Again, when you see that ball gets played into T. Cipollani, and what I like about that is Drew Becky makes the overlap. Great little stand-up, great quality there from T. Cipollani to just stand it up. We talk about that a lot. Comes to Naz Abadawi, gets a chest and another block from Johnson. But, you know, the first time, just want to take this corner, the first time I really experienced that flop was playing in Hungary. And it can be frustrating, really, really frustrating. But it's an art. You know, there's players that are very good at it.
Cipollani short to DeLuz. DeLuz over to Black. Black comes forward, plan play. There's Perez. But when you take a corner kick and you don't even get it inside the 18, that absolutely drives me mad. But Watson is fouled, but way back at midfield.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. You know, I think Watson could have just played back again. He felt the pressure. See here, he felt the pressure, could have just played it back. Takes the first touch here. Ball gets caught a little bit. No, he does. Beg your pardon, he does. He pulls him and spins Watson. So, correct decision there from the referee.
Shriver, DeLuz calling for it. He will get it. DeLuz has Tobin behind him. Cipollani in front of him. Good give and go. It was Deleuze to Shipolani, then Deleuze to Abadawi, but here's Enzo Martinez. Shipolani with a great tackle, taking it away. Joel Johnson, shoulder to shoulder, off of Abadawi, throwing back to Charlotte.
That's what I want to see more from the RailHawks there. Those little intricate plays in and around, those little 1-2 give and goes, you know, they're really, really good at that. And sometimes you don't see enough of it. They tend to want to go wide and get it to T-Ship or Deleuze when playing down the middle.
Abadawi, great ball to Shriver. Shriver staying with it. Enzo Martinez picks up Abadawi away from the ball. Good sportsmanship. Here's Black over to Perez. Perez has Watson at his side. He'll give it to him. Watson will switch it to Becky. Becky looks, sees number 11, T. Shipolani in front of him. Tough angle. Shipolani cannot get it back to him. Instead goes to Watson. Perez just a glance of the ball over to Connor Tobin. Tobin now to Deleuze. Deleuze looks at Shriver. He's in the 18. Shriver trying to stay with it. Turns back the other way. Didn't have an angle. We'll give it to Black. Black back to Deleuze. Deleuze now to Perez. Perez looking for that gray jersey again. Deleuze, and it pops up. Tough touch for Deleuze. It'll go back to Johnson and Charlotte.
Yeah, great play there. Again, we talk about those little intricate gives and goes, and Deleuze just couldn't get his touch there and cleaned up.
41 minutes in. Third round 2016 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. Presented by U.S. Soccer, of course. Here's Enzo Martinez with Shriver all over him. Former Tar Heels. Kalungi has Duckett. He'll use him. 42nd minute now. Shipolani. Right side. Shipolani looking up with his right foot. Abadawi's there, so is Shriver. Shriver almost able to get a foot on it, and he goes in, but couldn't quite get to it.
Yeah, T. Shipolani there just whips that ball into near post. Naz Abadawi just gets in front of Kalungi with a little touch, and Shriver just can't get to it. Good wing play there. I like that ball delivered in there. Like we said it in the first 5 minutes. Those from a wide player, you whip those balls into areas and spaces where defenders are facing their own goal. That's real difficult. Anything can happen.
Abadawi had it for a moment, taken away by Enzo Martinez. Those two players know each other well. Here's Black. Now Simon Mensing. Mensing to Becky. I feel like Matt Watson has been pretty sharp today as well. Perez.
Yeah, he's looked well today.
Here's Black with that left foot. Sends it back across. Snapped out of there by Slogic. Alex Perez again. He's got Deleuze. Deleuze with his left foot. Deflected. Calvert. Watson gets just enough of it. Watson back to Alex Perez, the Spaniard. Right side here to the Canadian Becky. Becky will let it bounce. Traps it with his right. Shipolani on the overlapping run. Calvert, good defending.
That's the importance of that overlap from T. Shipolani or Becky. If T doesn't go on the outside, it doesn't create the space for Becky to try and put that ball in.
Here's T on the outside. T, I thought he was going to take it with his right. Had to get in 4 or 5 step overs. Somehow stays with it. Boy, after he did that, he actually had an angle to shoot. Watson shoots anyway. Mishit it. Shipolani, you know they're coming. They're still lethal.
Yeah, great play. Great period of pressure there from the RailHawks all round. Nice little intricate play between Watson and Perez to get the ball out there. And then T. Shipolani does what he does best. You know, he drags it, he rolls it, he cuts in and out. And like you said, I felt he could have maybe hit that one with his left foot.
I think he was open after the fifth one, Sam.
Yeah, 5th, 6th, or 7th. I'm not quite sure. I was still trying to watch the legs myself. But, yeah, he could have hit that. I think instead of crossing that, again, he hits that far post again. We just spoke about it. Defenders facing their own way. Anything can happen. You could just see here the replay comes in. Great play. Look, he slows it down. He rolls it. Step over, step over, step over, step over. Inside. Then
now he's open.
I think he hits it there. But
great call, Sam Stockley, 45 minutes in.
It's easy for us up here, right?
Well, I love the call of the step overs, though. It's just boom, boom, boom. I mean, you get dizzy watching him, and you still can't stop him.
No, it's just good. So good.
Mizzle bombs it long. Brown with Tobin draped all over him. Brown able to win it. Here's Estrada. They've kept their eye on Estrada. Estrada dropped in, looking for Johnson. Mensing drags him down. That was questionable. No call. Boy, that was close.
Very close. It's right back there, trying to get back in. Again, RailHawks have got to. RailHawks for me there. They had a quick break. It's a minute to go. I understand that they might want to just keep it till half time, but I think you exposed the right back who's just gone forward.
Keep in mind, June Marcus Davidson sent to the showers almost 20 minutes ago. Red card for Charlotte. Here's Nazmi Abadawi. He's in the 18, attacking Johnson, straight at him. Oh my, over the crossbar by 2 feet. That's how you attack. You go right at the defender.
Yeah, what's so good about this? One, the through ball's great, but what you see, Naz Abadawi, he gets the ball, drives straight into that box because, again, he knows he can't be fouled. Once he gets that defender backpedaling in that box, unlucky there, he's just opened it up and tried to bend that far post. But once he gets that defender backpedaling in the box, he knows that he can't be fouled. So again, excellent awareness there from the attacking midfielder.
A little bit surprised, only 2 minutes of added time. I would have guessed 4 to 5 just based on the time after the red card, the discussion, and then how long it took June Marcus Davidson to make his way into the locker room. They did not start till he was headed up the tunnel.
Brilliant play here from Brown. Again, that's what we spoke about. Brilliant play. Centre forward, strong, gets his body in there, protects it, gives Charlotte now an opportunity to put the ball in the box with a minute to go.
Johnson over the ball. So quite a discussion on where the ball should be. Enzo Martinez had no interest in moving. Now he finally does. We're in extra time here. Charlotte down a man. They have a chance to bomb it into the 18, though. Let's see what they can do. Hit sharply. It'll go off the head of Mensing. Now Shipolani. Shipolani, for a moment, had some space in front of him. Calvert did well to close it down, but Calvert also fouling Shipolani. Professional foul, though. Well done by Charlotte.
Yeah, it was. Poor ball from Enzo Martinez there, with an opportunity to put that in the box for me. You see he's trying to hit, I think it was a left back. I think he's trying to hit. It's logic there on the angle, but it was a poor delivery for me.
Here's Perez. About a minute left here in the first half. Tobin will switch it to Mensing. And the Carolina RailHawks will head into halftime with a man advantage, but the score tied at zeros. We're going to take a break and come back with more from halftime. It's the Carolina RailHawks 0, the Charlotte Independence 0, as you're watching the 2016 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup on ussoccer.com.
Deep River Sporting Clays and Shooting School is a special place. Located on 65 acres of beautiful forest land and just a short 30-minute drive from just about anywhere in the Triangle. A place where you can experience a safe, family-friendly day of sporting clays or host an amazing corporate event or private party. We invite you to come experience for yourself why target shooting is one of the fastest-growing leisure activities in the U.S. right here at Deep River.
CEI. Transform your business.
Stand and chant in the South Stands supporters section. Grab a local beer at the Far Post Beer Garden or enjoy the Duck Donuts family section. No matter what you're looking for, experience it at Wake Med Soccer Park for the Carolina RailHawks 10th anniversary season. Don't feel like driving? Take the free fan bus from downtown Raleigh and carry bars. Don't miss the action June 4th at 7:30 p.m. as the RailHawks take on the Jacksonville Armada. For tickets, go to CarolinaRailHawks.com today.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary, the third round of the 2016 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. No score at halftime between your Carolina RailHawks and the Charlotte Independents of USL. Hello, everybody. Dean Linke along with the president and general manager of the Carolina RailHawks, Kurt Johnson. And, Kurt, you worked for Lamar Hunt, so throw everything else out. You know how important this tournament is.
Well, yeah, special event, special opportunity to play against a cross-state rival, and hopefully if we win, the big boys in Major League Soccer.
That's right. The New England Revolution awaits the winner of this one, either here at WakeMed Soccer Park or in Charlotte, and that's always a big event.
Absolutely. You know, you want to test yourselves against the best, and certainly we've got some great teams in the NSL. Charlotte Independence is having a very good year and a very well-coached team, but we look forward to the opportunity, if we earn it, the opportunity to go play against New England Revolution and hopefully have some more magic in the Open Cup.
Well, speaking of magic, and I know you went to NC State, but I got to tell you, Nazmi Abadawi gets better and better. And again today, I think he's been outstanding. We'll get to Brian Shriver, but Abadawi has been incredible since arriving on the scene for the RailHawks.
The way I would categorize it in the first half is each touch kind of got better. He gained more and more confidence. He got more and more time on the ball. He's finding the right guy. We're all rooting for him, as I know you are, to put one in the back of the net, and I have confidence that he will.
Well, and Brian Shriver with a couple great opportunities. Mizzo came up big in goal for Charlotte, but you feel like Shriver's going to finish some of those.
Yeah, their goalkeeper is standing tall and making the stops that he needs to. I'm confident if we can keep the pressure, keep possession of the ball, make them move a lot, right, expend a lot of energy, that the goal will come. But it's going to take a lot of hard work and a lot of good play in the second half.
June Marcus Davidson was so great for the Carolina RailHawks. He's quality. Sam Stockley calls him a Rolls-Royce type player. I don't think he meant to do it. In fact, even looking at the replay, but boy, even as a Carolina RailHawks homer, I feel bad that he's out.
I do as well. I think, you know, there's certain plays in the sport that are reactionary. You can't almost help yourself from going for that type of ball. We know what type of player June is. As you said, special qualities, and he got a little unlucky there. And, you know, obviously Nas got a little unlucky as well.
Defensively, Drew Becky back in there at right back. Akira Fitzgerald back in goal. As the RailHawks, of course, have two quality goalkeepers. Talk about what you're seeing defensively, Kurt.
Well, I like our consistency overall in the back line over the last couple of games. I think where we're lacking is that one finishing touch to gain the confidence in the final third that we're going to score 2-3 goals. And we know we've done that in the past. We've done it this season. I think it's a matter of time when you keep the type of possession and get the quality chances that we've had in the first half.
Kurt Johnson, the president, general manager of the Carolina RailHawks. Dean Linke on Saturday. The Jacksonville Armada come in, and Kurt, known each other since back in the 80s, 90s. One of my favorite players, Tony Miola, big personality, big player then. He's now coaching Jacksonville. I'm excited about that.
I'm excited about it too. I'm thrilled for Tony that he's gotten this opportunity with a quality organization and a very energized community around the NASL. We'll get their best. There's no doubt about it. They've gotten out of the gates a little bit slow, but you know how that goes. There's such parity in the NASL. We'll get a great showing from Jacksonville. I'm sure it'll be an exciting match.
We'll also get a great showing from the fans. Talking to Brendan Barber, the VP of tickets for the Carolina RailHawks. It's a nice pre-sale for this one.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're on the right track. We've been building throughout the spring season. Obviously, Toluca was a great way to get the season started, a record-setting crowd, and we've got big things ahead. Hopefully the New England Revolution, we'll see about that, but certainly West Ham in July as well.
All right, we're going to see if Kurt Johnson will stay with us. We've got to send it to break and come back with the highlights here. It's halftime of the 2016 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. The Carolina RailHawks 0 and the Charlotte Independent 0, and you're watching on ussoccer.com.
Deep River Sporting Clays and Shooting School is a special place located on 65 acres of beautiful forest land and just a short 30-minute drive from just about anywhere in the Triangle. A place where you can experience a safe, family-friendly day of sporting clays or host an amazing corporate event or private party. We invite you to come experience for yourself why target shooting is one of the fastest-growing leisure activities in the U.S. right here at Deep River.
CEI. Transform your business.
Stand and chant in the South Stands supporters section. Grab a local beer at the Far Post Beer Garden or enjoy the Duck Donuts family section. No matter what you're looking for, experience it at Wake Med Soccer Park for the Carolina RailHawks 10th anniversary season. Don't feel like driving? Take the free fan bus from downtown Raleigh and carry bars. Don't miss the action June 4th at 7:30 p.m. as the RailHawks take on the Jacksonville Armada. For tickets, go to CarolinaRailHawks.com today.
Welcome back to Wake Med Soccer Park, Cary, North Carolina, home to your Carolina RailHawks and home to the 2016 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup third-round match against the Charlotte Independents. You see right there, no score, Carolina and Charlotte. Dean Linke still with the president and general manager of the Carolina RailHawks, Kurt Johnson. And Kurt, let's roll to the highlights and break it down here. Early on, the Charlotte Independents was dangerous.
Yeah, they kept possession well. They came out on the front foot, as we talk about all the time, and they took it to us early on.
But then the Carolina RailHawks responded. Brian Shriver in open field.
Great ball by Matt Watson, and we're just missing putting it in the corner.
So a corner kick off of that. Nothing doing, though, but the RailHawks would continue to come up that right side.
Excellent first touch by Nazmi. He picks out Brian, and again, the goalkeeper is in the right spot. This is excellent by Enzo, shielding the ball, working to get a shot off where there really wasn't much there. Good job by Simon Mensing.
Nakira Fitzgerald guarding the near post. That would be a corner kick for Charlotte. But the RailHawks, this was the big play as former RailHawks star June Marcus Davidson. Boy, you see it there, top of the head.
There again, June's not a player that does that on purpose. That's a reaction play and something that I'm sure he regrets.
He had to make the long walk. And the RailHawks with a man advantage, another shot for Shriver.
Again, Nazmi setting up the play and controlling it well. And here's T one-on-one. You don't want that if you're a Charlotte Independence defender. And it's like hockey, right? You measured in blocks. They've had about 6 blocks.
Yeah, well said. T. Shipolani a couple times with the crossovers. Here it comes again.
Yeah, you know what's coming. He's going in line, and that one he pulls back and almost finds, I think that's Nas or Austin in there.
Last highlight, Abadawi is in, and he almost did it on his own.
He almost did it on his own, but credit Charlotte Independence. They've got 4 or 5 guys in front of the goal, creating a tough shooting angle.
As we said before, this leads to a matchup against the New England Revolution on June 15th. The winner will host the New England Revolution. Speaking of big games, the Barclays Premier League, West Ham coming to town on July 12th. And here's the deal, tickets are still available. And people need to get them quickly, don't they?
Absolutely. Tickets are going really well. Huge matchup, the first time ever, making history, bringing in a Premier League team to the Triangle. It's something that is on the calendar already for all the soccer fans in the Triangle. And all I can say is, get your tickets now. Online, CarolinaRailHawks.com. It's going to be an incredible occasion.
How did it happen? How did you put it together, Kurt?
Well, it's been multiple years, and quite honestly, we didn't have the resources in the past to pull it off, but we did a lot of the legwork. We educated ourselves on the marketplace. We figured out what ticket prices we would need to charge in order to make it a business proposition that we can do in the future over and over. And the great news is our fans responded so well to the public on sale. We do have tickets still available, but they've moved quickly, and it's already a successful event, a game that's going to sell out.
Kurt Johnson, the president GM of the Carolina RailHawks. We'll take one more quick break, come back with the second half. No score, the Carolina RailHawks and the Charlotte Independents. You're watching on CarolinaRailHawks.com and USSoccer.com.
Deep River Sporting Clays and Shooting School is a special place. Located on 65 acres of beautiful forest land and just a short 30-minute drive from just about anywhere in the Triangle. A place where you can experience a safe, family-friendly day of sporting clays or host an amazing corporate event or private party. We invite you to come experience for yourself why target shooting is one of the fastest growing leisure activities in the U.S. right here at Deep River.
CEI. Transform your business.
Stand and chant in the South Stands supporters section. Grab a local beer at the Far Post Beer Garden or enjoy the Duck Donuts family section. No matter what you're looking for, experience it at Wake Med Soccer Park for the Carolina RailHawks 10th anniversary season. Don't feel like driving? Take the free fan bus from downtown Raleigh and carry bars. Don't miss the action June 4th at 7:30 p.m. as the RailHawks take on the Jacksonville Armada. For tickets, go to CarolinaRailHawks.com today.
Welcome back to Wake Med Soccer Park, the 2016 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup third round match between the Carolina RailHawks of the NASL and the Charlotte Independents of the USL. Dean Linke, Sam Stockley, and Sam Stockley, Mr. Fit, making the run in the locker room. What'd you learn?
Very happy with the first half. Coach Colin Clark there. A couple of things to look for from RailHawks, what they look to do now with obviously Charlotte only having 10 men. Press high. They want to press high. They want to win the ball back, should I say, in Charlotte's attacking third, and then they want one-touch combinations. They say they see it all the time in training. It's what they're good at. Can they get those combinations? Can they get an extra body in the box? T. Shipolani, obviously Deleuze out on the left-hand side. They're putting balls in the box. Can they get Watson or maybe Perez get an extra body in the box? Coach Colin, big finished the conversation saying, be smart. We don't have to score in the first minute. We've got 45 minutes to win this game. Be smart and be careful of set plays.
So it looks like Lewis Hilton is going to come on.
For Estrada, it said, I think, number 11, Estrada. I can see that, to be honest with you. You know, as much as Estrada scored 3 goals and had the hype, he didn't really do anything in that game, in that first half, should I say. So maybe they brought in Hilton for some legs and maybe a bit more of a sort of, we'd call it a ratter in midfield, someone that can get around the ball and disrupt Paul Black or Becky or Perez and Watson in midfield.
So Lewis Hilton in. This will be his 9th appearance so far. No goals and no assists for Hilton. We'll see where he sits. Most likely on the right side. That's where Estrada was. The Carolina RailHawks tried out the same lineup. Akira Fitzgerald in goal. Left to right, Paul Black, Connor Tobin, Simon Mensing, and Drew Becky. Alex Perez, Matt Watson, your 2 holding mids. Nazbi Abadawi sits in front of him with Austin Deleuze on his left, T. Shiplani on his right, and up top, it's Brian Shriver. Over the ball now for the Charlotte Independents is Johnson and Enzo Martinez. The Charlotte Independents will continue to play a man down as the second half is underway. Dean Linke, Sam Stockley with you. We thank Kurt Johnson, the president and general manager of the Carolina RailHawks, for joining us at halftime, as always. We thank Sam Stockley running across the field and back. I tell you what, I love the intel. I know you enjoy being in the locker room.
Yeah, no, it's good. You know, I'm privileged that they allowed me to be in there, especially at halftime, and I always never try and give too many of the secrets away, but just little key points of what to look out for when you're watching and what the RailHawks are going to do to try and change it to get something out of this game.
So throw in.
Funny you should say that, because just as I was walking along the field just to get a little bit more information, I heard the Charlotte coaching staff talking about the game, and I think that they might try and go a little bit longer, maybe hit Brown. I think they see that Brown being a real asset in this game with his strength and ability to hold the ball up.
Good stuff. Sam Stockley, as always, 47th minute, 2 minutes in here, the second half. It's win or go home. The New England Revolution of Major League Soccer await. That could mean a home game right here at WakeMed Soccer Park on June 15th.
For me, it's important that the RailHawks start sharp now. You know, they don't want Charlotte to get into this groove of being able to drop into 2 banks of 4 with Brown up top. For me, I think it's all about the way RailHawks dictate this game now and their ball movement.
Simon Mensing over to Connor Tobin. What about subs? Did he mention any subs at halftime for the RailHawks?
No subs at the minute, you know, but I think that as this game goes in, you know, from speaking with Coach Duan, assistant coach Duan before the game, like I normally do, just to get some intel and some information on what's going on. They've been, you know, one of the things he said was Orlando. He has been the most dangerous player in the last 2 weeks in training and being in the top 3 hardest working. Whenever it's first team against reserves in those type of 10v10 games, Orlando's the one scoring and setting up assists against the first team, so I expect to see him come into the game.
Here's a breakaway now for the Charlotte Independents, led by Brown. Enzo Martinez is on it. He'll slide it to Slogic, the left back. We'll have a better look at him here in the second half. He's right in front of us here from the Continental Tire broadcast booth. It'll go too long. Calvert able to run it down, though. Calvert back in. Stood up there by Tobin. First touch there from Lewis Hilton. Lets him down. Shot. Pettis does well to keep his hands low just to make sure. Martinez. Overlapping run from Slogic. Brown back to Martinez. Heavy touch. Pettis able to get to it. Cleaned up by Ekra. Back to Slogic. Slogic marked by Becky. Somehow able to keep it in bounds, stays with it. Collision there with Becky. That one looked like it hurt. Boy, Slogic is long and lanky, but he can play.
Yeah, he certainly can. Great defending from him there. He's just trying to get back in now. But no, exactly that. He can play. You know, for like I said, for an unorthodox left back with his size, he doesn't mind getting up and down the field and trying to deliver those balls.
So used to seeing the tiny tots at left back, super athletes, but different kind of frame. But I've been impressed as the Charlotte Independents have gone a long way down a man, hanging tight here with the RailHawks. Pettis serving, good ball to Shipolani. Well, you saw Pettis take his time surveying the entire field.
Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant quality, brilliant execution there, and T. Shipolani's done everything right. Great little run off there, and I think it's just Kalunji who got back in. He just brought it down and just didn't sit for him to maybe either loft over the keeper or maybe hit it, strike it hard with his left foot. But you know, that's what I said about Perez in the first half. He needs to get on the ball for me. You know, he's got such good range and such good ability to be able to see things and pick players out. It's key. I think if he's playing well this second half, I think the RailHawks will play well.
Goal kick for the Independents. Boom long. Calvert knocks down Deleuze, and he'll get whistled for that foul. Oh, they're going to call it on Deleuze. Perhaps he backed into him, I guess they're saying. No, they'll give it to the Carolina RailHawks. That makes more sense.
Yeah, it just looked like a push in the back, didn't it, at the time? And I don't think the referee kind of knew what was going on for a split second there.
Yeah, he confused me. It'll be sent in to Shriver. Shriver stays with it. That's well said. Looked like he was pointing the wrong direction, Sam.
Yeah.
Squares it back to Becky. Now Shipolani.
It's really just got to stay patient here. You know, they're trying to work it around the box. It's good. Just stay patient. You can see Charlotte Independent. They're all in good slots. They're just...
Black with the left foot. Enzo Martinez got a piece of it, so he'll run it down. It'll go out of bounds, though. There'll be a throw-in. There's Colin Clark, played in a World Cup.
Did he just pass that one down the line?
He did, not bad.
To download the app, go to the App Store or Google Play Store and get the RailHawks mobile app.
Concentration's key. That was one other thing that got mentioned. Not so much by the coaching staff, more from Akira, more from the back four, coaching, concentration, because you can see here they're going to get a lot of the ball. But what they can't do is Tobin and Mensing can't go to sleep on Brown, because he'll get it in quick and they'll break off that. So they just got to stay focused and concentrated here.
Becky back to Perez. Deflected off of Martinez. Corner kick, Carolina. 52nd minute, no score.
I don't think that's gonna be the game plan for the RailHawks, to get it wide and serve it in the box. Not with the size that they've got. You know, you look at Duckett, you look at Kalungi, you look at Slogic there. You're going to serve it from wide areas. I think they'll be happy with that. They got to get back to these little passing in and around the box, the 1-2s, the little touches, the one-touch play that we spoke about. That's where they'll get their. That's where they'll get their joy and they'll get their chances.
Shipolani with the right foot, sent in. Bounces out to Tobin. Calvert gets to it first. It'll fall all the way back to Black. Black will switch it left side to Brian Shriver. Shriver's got Deleuze in support if he needs him. Shriver attacking down near the end line, back in front, deflected. Watson mishit it. A sitter for Watson and completely blanked it with his left.
I like that. I like to see that from Brian Shriver. Look at him picking him up and driving at Johnson. There's nothing Johnson can do back. Pulls that back there. And there Watson's just tried to hit it. He's only got to pass that into the bottom corner. He doesn't need to strike that with his lace. It's easy said from here, I know that, but he's just got to pass that into the net.
Triangle Soccer Fanatics, Oak City supporters out together behind the goal. Trying to urge on a RailHawks goal. To fall to Joel Johnson, the right back. Up to Brown, exactly what Sam Stockley told you they would do, but Brown will lose it. Watson, well, he had better options than that. It'll go out of bounds back to Carolina. Somehow, Sam Stockley, 11 versus 10, you've got to find somebody open.
It's harder than you think. You know, I've played in a lot of games like this, where you think you go down, you go up a man, or a man gets sent off who you're playing against, and it becomes easier, but it doesn't. It almost becomes harder because you get that mentality as a team that, like, let's sit in, let's dig in, we're a man down, you know.
Martinez over the top. Black will clean it up. Go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, no, it just becomes harder, you know, and the key to this is going to be patience. The key to this is going to keep moving the ball for the RailHawks and just keep trying to probe. That's all they've got to do. Like Coach Collins said, that you're not going to. It doesn't matter if you score in the first minute, score in the last minute, but just keep probing and keep moving the ball.
Black with Deleuze showing. Black will check it back to Alex Perez. Perez has Abadawi. Abadawi directs him over to Becky, and that's who he gives it to. Becky now to Watson on the right side. Matt Watson, marked by Enzo Martinez, helped take it away. Slogic boots it long, but it falls to Becky. Becky now, as the RailHawks pressing with the man advantage here in the second half. They have pretty much controlled the possession here to start the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, and it's not going to change. You know, the RailHawks are going to have 85% of possession. It's just what they do with it, you know. They just got to keep getting Deleuze, keep getting Perez, T. Shipolani on the ball.
Shipolani over to Deleuze, looks up. That's Black, rather, trying to find either Shriver or Deleuze. Black serves a nice ball. Both Deleuze and Black with that great left foot, similar stature. Sometimes the way they hit the ball, they look similar.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. You know, there's an ongoing debate, and I remember, you know, speaking with the lads and talking to Deleuze about it, and, you know, he loves to get his left foot out and show how good he is at pinging it here, there, and everywhere. But it's true, left footers, they just have a different technique. They just strike the ball, you know. They just strike the ball nicer. There's no question about it.
56 minutes in. Mike Jeffries, the head coach of the Charlotte Independents, has everybody off the bench except Estrada and the backup goalkeeper. Colin Clark, the head coach of the Carolina RailHawks, the same. Brian Silvestri on the bench, along with DeJuan Bader, Nick Platter, Greg Shields, the brain trust coaching staff for the Carolina RailHawks. That means Billy Schuler's up. Ali Hassan is up. Jeremy Kelly is up. And the aforementioned John Orlando also up. We thought John Orlando had the equalizer against FC Edmonton. A brilliant header.
Yeah, it was, considering his size against the two big centre-backs up in Edmonton, and it just whistled past that outside post.
Right side to Becky. Becky over to Abadawi. Abadawi attacking, stood up there and sent to the ground. Great defending in the back there, but Klunji and Duckett. Played forward to Brown, and it's a corner kick. The Charlotte Independents down a man with the corner kick.
Goal kick. Connor Tobin just clipped it off Brown as it went out of play, but again,
good eyes.
Great run there from Brown, and that's where they got to be careful of the RailHawks. They're going to get a little bit impatient, and if they turn the ball over, Charlotte will come quick and they'll break quick. That's going to be their game plan. You know, it's the only thing you can do when you're down to 10 men is try and hit on the counter attack. So you've just got to stay patient, RailHawks.
My bad on the call. A goal kick indeed. Deleuze now back to Perez. As we walk you up to minute 58, still no score. The Carolina RailHawks and Charlotte Independents. As you're watching the third round of the 2016 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup on ussoccer.com and also streamed on CarolinaRailHawks.com. Deleuze hoping Shipalani was going to make that run.
This is what you see, you know, keep moving the ball. You'll hear Coach Colin Clark, coaching staff down there, just keep moving the ball. You know, and this is maybe an opportunity now, you know, 60 minutes in to bring in a different player. Someone like maybe Jeremy, who could play on the wing and drive at people, or Orlando up top, just to give it a different look.
Charlotte taking their time, and why not? They're down a man. Of course, Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup, 2 15-minute overtime periods, no golden goal. And then penalty kicks if you don't have a winner after that. And Enzo Martinez will earn a free kick.
Yeah, just there. Enzo stands up, Drew Becky just trying to jink him left to right, and I think as he just goes past him, Drew Becky gets his two hands up and pushes him away. You can see in the replay, yeah, he's just jinking him left, right. Drew Becky does well, and just as he gets there, he puts his hand on Martinez's chest there. So another opportunity for a ball to come in the box.
Hilton goes right side, snapped out of there by Tobin. It'll roll out of bounds for a throw-in near the far side corner. And Joel Johnson will make the long run from his right back spot to take the throw-in. Staying with it was Johnson, taken away by Deleuze. Shriver's on it now. Here come the Carolina RailHawks. Down the right side, Becky looks up. Numbers aren't there exactly, but Becky will try to find somebody. He'll have to check back. The Charlotte Independents, what a job getting back.
Yeah, as you can see there, just all hands to the pump getting back there just to get it sorted. It was brilliant. Great recovery from Charlotte, you know, and they're going to do that. You know, they're a good team. They're going to get back in. They're going to get their shape quick, and excellent play.
Sam Stockley, all hands to the pump. What pump is it? The keg pump? What pump are we shooting for there?
I think it's any pump that's leaking, isn't it? We just got to get there. We've got to get there quick.
I was thinking it was the keg pump. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
just keeping that beer flowing.
Yeah, for sure.
61st minute, no score. The RailHawks and the Charlotte Independents. All hands to the pump. Brown just spins it. I always learn just something a little bit new from Sam Stockley, and I like that one. Ekra surveying, finds Johnson.
I've been very impressed with Ekra. Very impressed. I think he covers the ground well. He's strong. He tries to get on the ball. He's playing against good players in there, and he's done very, very well.
Watson, better ball to Shriver. Shipalani trying to be a part of it. We're going to need Shipalani for sure. Deleuze will send it over to Black. Into space. Black first touch, second touch across. Deflected off. Shriver trying to stay with it. And they'll call the foul on Shriver for tucking under Slogic.
I think you would tuck under with Slogic coming over the top of you there. I don't think that's a foul at all. I think if anything, Shriver's just stood there. He knew that the pressure was coming, and he's just sort of ducked his head because Slogic's knee was up near his face. I think that's a bad call there from the referee. But again, you know, we talk about Paul Black. Never has more than 2 or 3 touches when that ball gets wide. Gets it, sets it, and it's coming in the box. And I can't emphasize that enough for young players of how good that is if you're a centre forward or a player when you know the ball's coming in the box. All right, the quality might not be right, this, that, and the other. But if you know that ball's always coming in the box, you can make your runs and you can gamble.
DeLuz over the ball. Tough one for Shriver to get to. It'll come back to the Charlotte Independents.
Just see Naz there staying high. They're going to try and press Charlotte a little bit. If they roll it out the back, they'll stay high and they'll try and press them.
The RailHawks return to Wake Med Soccer Park on Saturday, June 4th to take on Jacksonville Armada FC and Tony Meola. Tickets to the game are on sale now and can be purchased by calling the RailHawks box office at 919-459-8144, online at CarolinaRailHawks.com. That's Saturday, June 4th. It's going to be a fantastic crowd. Outstanding festivities before and after the game. Be a part of it. Go to CarolinaRailHawks.com.
The last 2 home games, Dean, have been excellent, isn't it, with the fans? I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be a big crowd, perhaps the biggest of the year.
That's brilliant. They've done such a good job, all the RailHawks staff in those ticket-ins and marketing and everything like that. It's been excellent.
I agree. Here's Becky on it. Becky's got Shipolani open. Becky's going to take it himself and cleaned up off the deflection from Slogic. And Shipolani a little bit frustrated. He was open on the right side. He wanted the ball.
Tell you what, defensively here from Charlotte so far up until 62 minutes has been excellent. You know, we talk about discipline. You talk about staying in your shape, not trying to get pulled out and chasing and want to win the ball. They've been excellent, and they've really resulted, you know, RailHawks are only really having shots from 25, 30 yards and crosses, and I think that they'll be happy to deal with crosses and those type of shots from distance.
Speaking of excellent, the weather tonight has been outstanding. There was a little bit of worry about some lightning and thunder showers. Perhaps I just jinxed this right there, but it seems pretty pleasant. I think it's going to hold off soon.
Yeah, it's been great. There's a little bit of wind down on the field, which you don't notice being up here, but no, it's really, really nice. Perfect conditions. And to be fair, for an Open Cup game on a Wednesday night, the crowd's been decent as well.
Abadawi will switch it to Becky. Boy, they're not going to Shipolani. Shriver instead with it. Shriver over to DeLuz. DeLuz will take a shot off the crossbar. What a shot from DeLuz. Wow.
What a strike that is.
Stays with the RailHawks. Watson's on it. Back to Shipolani this time. Hard tackle from Martinez. Shipolani stays with it. He'll square it. It'll pop up. Loose and high. DeLuz can climb the ladder with the best of them in a battle there with Calvert. He wanted a foul called. DeLuz calling for it again. DeLuz with an absolute cracker right there.
Yeah, he just opened his body up, and it looked like from the body shape that he was going to bend it, and then he just sort of hit it, and it just dipped onto that bar.
Here's Becky back in. Finding Abadawi, he's pushed from behind. Abadawi goes down.
100% right, he's pushed from behind. I think that could be a little bit of a penalty shout, although Naz Abadawi's not really claimed anything there. But that shot from DeLuz, when he opened his body up, I thought he was actually going to curl it. You'll see it here. His first touch now, he opens it up, and then he just hits across it there, and the ball's just dipping.
Wow.
Another 2 or 3 inches, and that hits the bottom of the bar and goes in. But great shape there. Just opens his body up, whips across that ball.
Brilliant shot from Austin DeLuz, who had 3 goals in the first 2 games to start the season, was named the NASL Player of the Month, number 6. Becky with a throw into Watson. Watson will quickly switch it over to Tobin. Tobin now to Black. The left side has been outstanding for the RailHawks. So here's DeLuz. He's a part of that left side. DeLuz will tuck it back in, give it to Perez. Perez keeps it alive to Watson. Watson now with Shipolani calling for it. Now they'll try the right side. Shipolani marked by Enzo Martinez. Enzo Martinez doesn't move, stays with it, and then gets the whistle.
For me, you know, T. Shipolani's, he's had a couple of opportunities there. Maybe it's a chance for him and Shriver to swap. Maybe T goes onto that left-hand side for a little bit, because he doesn't seem to be getting much of the ball out here, or much productivity, to be honest with you, for the last 5-6 minutes with him out this side. So maybe he could switch over to that other side and get on the ball.
66th minute. Here's the deal with Colin Clark. As you know, Sam, you played for him. He'll go to the bench, but he usually goes late even in 90-minute games. Now you got the extra part of knowing that if it's tied after 90, you're going to play 30 more. So how's he looking at that bench?
I think that, for me, I think that he'll want to try and finish this in the 90 minutes, knowing the game that, you know, obviously you can only focus on one game, but in the back of his mind, he's going to be thinking that he's got a really great feat there from Naz Abadawi. Sorry.
It'll fall to Perez. He'll take a shot and send it off the scoreboard.
But no, for me, I think that, you know, with the game coming up the weekend and how important that is, he'll want to try and finish this in the 90 minutes. So at the minute, they're doing well, you know. Just here, it falls back to Perez here, just gets right under it and drives it high. So I think that he, you know, I think this is an opportunity to blood in younger players in this cup competition. And
68th minute. Keep in mind, in the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup, you're only allowed 5 internationals. That'll be key for multiple teams at every level. Here is Shriver. Shriver back over to Shipolani. Shipolani trying to stay with it. Boy, he wanted to find Becky. Deflected out. The RailHawks stay with it. Here's Deleuze. Pops it up in the air. Becky's there. So is the taller Slogic. Now Enzo Martinez will head it. Deleuze will snap it into space to Matt Watson. Watson off the side of his foot. Boy, it was almost there. What a ball that would have been to find Becky. That would have been as clever as they come. Enzo Martinez with a bicycle kick. It'll fall to Mensing. Mensing will switch it to Connor Tobin. Walking you up to minute 69. Still no score. Shipolani's now over on the left side. Shipolani with the overlapping run coming. He'll stay with it. Black's still there. Back to Abadawi. Abadawi pushed off the ball, and he will not get the whistle. Boy, the job Tobin has done on Brown, just staying with him everywhere, has also been phenomenal. Over the top to Calvert. Calvert is open. Calvert will shoot it, and not on frame.
that's what they got to be careful of. It's not going to change. Cut ball gets into Brown. We're so focused on Brown here, and then they hit a lovely diagonal ball to Calvert here, and he just settles himself and tries to hit that from distance.
Watson, good idea. Shriver. Shriver still with it. Deleuze makes a run. Shriver with the shot, far post. Shriver almost able to bend one in. Abadawi was also there on the far post.
That was Brian Shriver of old, that. Just going up to that left-hand side, just opening up that space here. He could just use his Deleuze run to take the two defenders away, and he just tries to bend that far post. Really good play there from Brian Shriver. You know, you work on these drills. You work on these drills as a team. Like, you know, back four midfielders against 10 players. This is the sort of drills that you do at training to try and work your shape. And so they'll be comfortable, Charlotte, at the minute. You know, I know they're feeling under pressure and these balls from wide areas, but two centre-backs have been good so far. The chances are going to come, though. They've just got to stay focused for me, Charlotte, in this.
Well said, Sam Sockley. Here's Abadawi. Shriver, ooh, boy. Flag went up. I wasn't sure, but he does not contest the call, so he must have known he was a step offside.
Yeah, that was a high line there. I think it was
Duckett.
Yeah, Duckett and Slogic. That was a high line there, but they obviously trust their pace, and they're trying to stay compact and make the game small for the forward player here, Brown, because he's getting isolated a little bit at the minute.
71st minute now. Becky is on it. Becky with Watson showing. But we saw Watson make that run down the spine at Edmonton so many times, and
yeah, I like that. I like that. It just creates space, you know. Players have to go with them. If they don't, then you could drop it over the top, but then it creates space for Perez to come under it and Deleuze and Naz Abadawi to come under it just with that forward run.
left side to Black. Black finds Abadawi. Abadawi first times it. Shriver leaves it. Shipolani stumbles on it. Perez shoots it, but can't get it on frame.
It's coming, though. You can see it. You can sense it. It's coming here for the RailHawks. You've just got to keep doing it. These balls from deliveries, these balls from wide areas, should I say, causing Charlotte some serious problem. They're just collapsing as the ball gets nearer to the byline and gets pulled back, Charlotte's back forward collapsing right into the box, and then it gets cut back, and these opportunities are opening up. You've just got to have that little bit of composure.
72nd minute. A chance to play Major League Soccer's New England Revolution in the 4th round on June 15th at home. Charlotte or WakeMed Soccer Park on the line. And what a treat that will be for either side, of course. Here's Mensing taking it from Akira Fitzgerald. Simon Mensing, the right center back, will give it to his right back, Drew Becky. Becky back in the starting lineup, and he's looked good at right back, wearing that number 4 jersey. Mensing's on it now. Mensing, the side of his foot, pretty good ball. One bounce to Black. Deleuze will come over and support. Black sent in off Kalungi.
Great defending there from Kalungi. A great ball from Paul Black. Great ball out of his body, whips it in there, but that's some wonderful defending there from the centre back. Just gets that touch. You notice the way he flicked it on. He didn't try and head it back to the middle of the goals or try and flick it out.
Shipolani with the right foot, sent in, trying to find Shriver. Becky will take the shot. That opportunity right there was all-out hustle from T. Shipolani to run over, take the throw in before Charlotte could get settled. I like the hustle there from Shipolani.
Yeah, good ball in there. Wasn't the best ball. It just drops to Becky, takes a good touch there, and it's just falling away on the angle and gets up, gets under it, and drives it high. But the signs are there. The signs are there. If they get one, I think it could be 2 or 3, to be honest with you, because it's just going to completely deflate Charlotte and the fact that they've been defending for so long, and it's going to be difficult for them to score once a goal goes in.
Boy, this is a good ball into space. Enzo Martinez can gobble up real estate quickly. Martinez trying to cut back on Becky. Becky did not bite. Brilliant defending by Becky.
Yeah, great defending there from the right back.
Now Watson has looked outstanding here in the second half. Shriver with Kalungi on him. Shriver tucking back in. Great ball to Watson. Heavy touch, though. It was a tough ball for Watson actually to handle on the run. Becky stays with it, plays it into his own space. Pushed to the ground by Martinez, and a free kick now for the Carolina RailHawks.
He's been excellent for me, Drew Becky. Excellent. Just stepping in there. Uses his body well. Great play. But going back to Martino over there. Enzo Martinez, should I say. You'd fancy him, wouldn't you, one-on-one? You'd fancy him. He's just trying to jink past Drew Becky again and get that shot off. Great opportunity here. I think that will be Deleuze's left foot. Just wants to try and hit the penalty spot. Maybe just over Naz Abadawi's head. Just dip it in there.
Here is Deleuze. Flicked by Abadawi to Mensing. Watson with the push, no whistle. Got away with one there. Cleaned up by Johnson. That's Brown, rather. Brown. Now Abadawi. Back to Shipolani with one to beat. Shipolani tripped up there. It'll be a card. Just a yellow for Slogic, and another golden opportunity for the Carolina RailHawks.
I think if the red card hadn't happened, and maybe with the referee and Charlotte probably thinking about that, I think Slogic goes in for that tackle full speed, but he just sort of pulled out of it at the last second, and that's where T managed to get a toe. You could see him sizing it up as if he was going to go and sort of crush T. Shipolani there, and he just pulled out of it.
So now T. Shipolani over the ball as the referee, Neil Barbalescu, marks it off. Right now it looks like just to be a one-man wall, maybe two, just one, as Hilton leaves Enzo Martinez on his own. Shipolani set in. What a ball. Boy, it looked like it was going to Becky, but Deleuze was making that run set up perfectly.
Yeah, he just caught it too well. Great little ball in there from T. Shipolani. Like you said, he just makes this late run. He gets away from his man. It's Brown that was marking him. He gets away from Brown and just can't guide. Almost wants a glance there and go back post. He caught that too well.
Now in minute 76, Sam Stockley and Colin Clark still has not made a mellow mushroom substitution.
Yeah, I was just going to say, how many times have you seen these games where it's 0-0 and they've had all the chances and then crash the last couple of minutes of the game? They go down and nick a goal, and I'm sure that'll be on the back of, obviously, coaching staff's mind here. They need a goal, RailHawks.
Calvert. And a little bit of tussle over there, far side. They throw in for the Carolina RailHawks, and they throw it quickly here now. Watson's got Becky open on the right side. Great vision by Watson as Enzo Martinez was ready to pounce.
Yeah, he was just about to pick the lock there straight away.
Indeed. Here's Black, continues to push forward on that left side. Over to Deleuze. Deleuze with his left foot. This one sent high. Becky's there. Looked like he was punched. It's still loose. They'll call a handball on Carolina and Deleuze.
That was a difficult ball there for the goalkeeper. It was caught up off a boot, and it was spinning. He does well. You see a lot of goalkeepers go to catch that, and as they drop, it sort of hits the player and fumbles. He done well. It was a good decision there just to punch that away.
Mike Jeffries looks like he's going to go to his bench again and bring on Jorge Herrera. Herrera has been a part of the Charlotte soccer scene for such a long time. A nifty winger who can also play up top. He can just flat out find the goal. And it's a scary player. Now he's going up in age, but it's a scary player.
Yeah, I've played against him a few times, and he's a quality player in his day, a quality player. And like you said, Dean, he can find the goal.
78th minute, Tobin. Over to Mensing, now Becky. Over to Watson. Watson crosses midfield. Bombs it long. Johnson couldn't do anything with it, so Black is on it. Paul Black, the left back. He is good. Over to Alex Perez. Perez looking for options. We'll give it to Mensing.
Let's keep the ball moving. Every time they move, they've got to shift Charlotte, so they've just got to stay patient, just keep it moving.
Deleuze trying to thread the needle. Again, it's Slogic. Outstanding defending. Shipolani. Watson. It's got to be quick. Hard tackle from Martinez. Corner kick, Carolina RailHawks.
He's got to be careful, Martinez, for me. He's done that 3 or 4 times. He fully commits to a tackle. And all you got to do there for me is as he comes flying in is just get a little touch on it and pop it in the air, and you're going to get a penalty free kick. Because he sets off 4 or 5 yards away and he's fully committed to slide and try and cut that ball. I think you can just nick it up in the air and you'll get yourself a penalty.
Mike Jeffries did not want to make a substitution there during the corner kick. Pulls Herrera back. Good decision. They play this quickly, but the referee with a whistle. He's going to talk to Simon Mensing, and I believe
it's Kalungi. Just having a little bit of argy-bargy in there. Just trying to get a yard, holding each other, trying to get a yard.
Nasby Abatawi trying to stay with it. Shipolani wins it back. Shipolani down near the end line will cut it back. Enzo Martinez doing the work defensively. Watson will pop it up in the air. And the header from Alex Perez goes to Mizzle.
That's what you call a camera dive there. That's a camera dive because he could shift his feet and catch that easy, but he said, caught it, dropped to the floor, try and kill a couple of seconds.
80 minutes in, and after the camera dive, the Charlotte Independence goalkeeper bombs it long. Tobin, pressure from Brown, will fall to Akira Fitzgerald. Akira's not had to do much tonight. Boy, Connor Tobin didn't know that one was coming. We're in minute 81. Herrera still trying to get into the game for Mike Jeffries. Nobody yet sent down for Colin Clark and the Carolina RailHawks. Mensing surveys. Boy, you said it best. The RailHawks, though, with a big NASL game on Saturday against the Jacksonville Armada, and their players are going to be spent.
Yeah, they don't. They want to try and finish this in the next 10 minutes.
Shipolani to Becky. Becky in. Still loose. And gobbled up again by the Charlotte Independents.
It needs a little different, you know. The success has been there. There's no question about that. They're getting balls in the box. They're getting chances and that, but nothing's clear cut. You know, maybe, like you said, maybe a little fresh look. it'd be difficult to bring someone off, but maybe start thinking about Jackson Armada game, you know, and do they bring off 1 or 2 players to rest them, you know, and give a young player a chance to come in and do well.
Yeah, I think at this point they're not thinking about Jacksonville at all. They're thinking about getting out of this one and bringing on the New England Revolution.
For sure.
And then they'll deal with Jacksonville after the fact.
Here we go. Orlando's just coming down now.
All right. Orlando looks like Schuler as well. Maybe a double sub. Boy, I like that. Speed and power up top. DeLuz is offside. And now Herrera will come on. And Enzo Martinez, who, as you said, was looking for a yellow card.
Yeah, he's done well, to be fair, you know, considering his shape, and he's been structured, and he's had Becky coming at him and T. Shipolani coming at him. He's done well, but just think he's tired a little bit. And like I said, those 2 or 3 chances where he comes flying in, it only takes one of those just to mistime it, and it costs you a problem. I think Herrera here now gives a different option going forward as well, just in these last 10 minutes.
So Enzo Martinez will come out for Mike Jeffries. Jeffries had nothing but good things to say about Enzo Martinez.
Yeah, no, like I said, you know, I've been really impressed with him. His game's transformed these last couple of years. I hadn't seen him for sort of 18 months, 24 months, and he's still got the Enzo in him where he wants to beat people and take people on and hit shots, but he's now cultured his game a little bit to the right areas.
So 83rd minute. Colin Clark also looking to make some changes. Here's Shipolani! Deflected by Cody Mizzle.
It's a great save there from Mizzle, especially on that angle, to palm it up and away and nearly out the 18-yard box.
Here's Becky. Back across again. Lungi will clear it long. Watson looking for options as Hilton marks him. Now Alex Perez will switch it to Black.
What a ball.
Offside again, though.
Great ball there, though, from Perez. I like that driven ball. Yeah, just see, they work it well, get out to T. Shipolani, takes a great touch there and just hits that straight down at keeper, who does well. He palms it out to the 18-yard box. But again, good ball movement from the RailHawks to get T. Shipolani in. Charlotte back 4 was all pushed across narrow, and they found the spare player.
John Orlando and Billy Schuler looking to be part of the Mellow Mushroom substitution here in the second half. Alex Perez will come out for John Orlando.
I think what they'll do there is they'll put Naz Abadawi back in next to Watson, and probably, I would imagine, put Orlando straight up top there. Maybe Shriver pulls in there. It'll be either Naz Abadawi or Shriver will play that 8 and 10 role. And now you see Matty Watson sitting there as a 6.
Billy Schuler also trying to check in, and now he'll get waved on. Austin DeLuz will come off.
To push Brian Shriver out there to the left-hand side, like I thought. Naz Abadawi then drops into that midfield role. Gives you a real attacking front line there. T. Shipolani, Schuler, Orlando. Shriver out on that left-hand side.
Well, I thought DeLuz was outstanding today as well.
Yeah, excellent.
Shipolani, almost wonder if he figured Shipolani didn't expend as much energy as DeLuz, so we'll see if he's got something left. Mensing over to Abadawi. Abadawi now to Becky. DeLuz in front of the supporters. Far side. High ball for Schuler. He thought he was pulled down. That was Shriver, rather, my bad.
Yeah, just whipped in there high, I don't think. Shriver's back post. Great ball there from Becky, though. Just touched it from his right foot and whipped it with his left. 2 fullbacks for RailHawks being outstanding today for me. A lot of deliveries in the box, good quality into the box.
Could be looking at a little bit of extra soccer here on a Wednesday night. Wake Med Soccer Park and Cary. Watson pushed from behind by Brown. Now Brown, the second effort, called for the foul.
He's not moved. No, he's okay there. It looks like he caught that clean there.
Tied with Jacksonville Armada 1-1. Fort Lauderdale Strikers
Yeah, he's okay.
over Richmond. The Cosmos 2-0 over the New Jersey Express. Minnesota United tied 0
Becky.
with St. Louis FC.
Just had his eye on the ball.
KC against Oklahoma City Energy.
I don't think that was a foul there. Both players had their eye on the ball. Drew Becky, he's got to go off though. That's the thing. He's got to go off because the trainer came on the field.
So Becky's off. Now he'll get waved back on. The RailHawks on the attack. Looked like a handball. Shriver trying to curl one in. Looked like a handball.
Yeah, that was a handball. I thought he was going to let play go on and then maybe pull it back to just outside the box, but
take a look at the replay here.
it's a great ball there, and Shriver just tries to split the difference there through there, and it catches his handball, catches Johnson's hand there. Got away with that.
So close too.
Full regulation time. There will be extra time tonight to decide the winner of this match to go to the
Watson.
US Open Cup. If it happens, it'll be 2:15
Ekra.
extra time periods.
Calvert over the top to Brown. Brown in the 18. He's got the angle, drops one over, pops up on Hilton. Becky will deflect it, and Mensing will head it out. Orlando, good first touch to Shipolani. Numbers are good. It's 4-on-3 at the moment. Shipolani with Orlando making the overlapping run. Orlando drew one player away. Now Shipolani will send it back the other way. Shriver a little bit behind him. Shriver looking for an option. Deflected, still loose. Slogic under pressure. Will ping it long.
Don't know if that was the right decision from T. It was difficult for that one there. Orlando was making great an overlapping run, and the Charlotte defenders was just dropping, and it gave T that opportunity to get into the box, to drive a little bit further forward into the box.
Now it's right side to Orlando. Orlando looking for options, staying with it down near the end line. Wow, I thought he was going to go out of bounds with it, but then he just absolutely drove that ball in front of the goal.
What a great ball that is, and what great defending that was from Duckett right on his goal line with that ball coming in with that pace.
Becky looking like a center forward at the moment. He and Hilton in a battle, and Becky called for the foul. Boy, Becky tried to post up Hilton.
Yeah. He just got his body in there and tried a little roll around the Charlotte player there. But what a ball that was there from Orlando. You can just see every time he gets it, he wants to try and make something happen. You know, he looks like an exciting player.
We're in the 90th minute. Watson called for the foul, undercutting Brown.
Again, I'm not sure about that with the referee, not sure at all. Watson stood his ground there, and Brown's just come straight over the top. And it's an opportunity here, though. You see, look, Charlotte there, they're just keeping players back. They're not going for it in this last minute. I would have thought this might be a little opportunity here for them to get some numbers forward and just drop one in the box. I think he'll drop this just over Connor Tobin's head for maybe Calvert to come in on the angle.
Hilton. Great call from Sam Stockley. Calvert gets his head on it, and then it's bouncing around. And Akira Fitzgerald has to just make sure. Quick throw to Shriver. 4 minutes. 4 minutes of extra time starting about 5 seconds ago. Watson trying to stay with it. Had to be careful. Dangerous. Hilton's there. It's out of bounds and a corner kick. Defensive mistake right there.
Defensive mistake, and Herrera, who you normally fancy to have a real good touch and a good feel of what's going on, just overhit that pass there to Hilton coming in. That was a wonderful opportunity there for the RailHawks, for Charlotte. As I looked down, I could see the guys on the bench step up. They knew that was a good opportunity for Charlotte there as well. Just overhit that pass. Got to stay focused here now, RailHawks. 4 minutes to go, injury time.
Corner kick. Snapped out of there by Shriver. Cipollani in a foot race with Hilton. Cipollani still on it. This could change it right here. Cipollani, it's 2-on-2. Shriver's on his right. Cipollani with the step over. Held up. Abadawi pushes forward. Abadawi with a shot deflected out. And once again, Mizzo is there to save the day.
I tell you what, I have not seen a back four in Charlotte retreat as quick as they could. You should have seen, we could see that again. Duckett getting back. Those defenders there were getting back so fast and quick. Credit to them in the 90th minute.
I thought the game was over right there. Instead, it's the other way to the dangerous Herrera. Herrera now marked by Becky. Herrera keeps it on the ground. Over to Brown. Brown's got to be careful. Mensing does, that is. Couple minutes left here in regulation. It'll be 2 15 minutes of overtime played in full.
There's going to be some tired legs out there, especially after that with those guys. You could look at just here, looking at Duckett on the halfway line, getting back there. He's done 110 yards probably in about 10 seconds.
Free kick opportunity now. Throw in. Watson trying to win it back from Brown. Slogic still with Brown. Slogic stays with it. Sent in. Mensing. Good ball to Shriver. Once again, an opportunity for the RailHawks. Perhaps the last opportunity here in regulation. Overlapping run. Cipollani and Orlando. Orlando attacking. Good diagonal ball, but taken away at the last minute, and that could be it. Referee will let him play a little bit longer. Brown. Becky takes it away. Becky's with it. Back into Schuler. Schuler kind of too casual with it. Foul by Herrera. And now the RailHawks can send numbers in for perhaps the last opportunity.
Yeah, you just see Brown there trying to walk away. I don't think he wanted that ball as it broke out from Charlotte. He didn't want it.
45 seconds or thereabouts. Orlando trying to do his T. Cipollani impersonation. Sent in. Cipollani stays with it. Still has Orlando. Cipollani sends it in, but right to the goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper's made some big important saves this game. But done very, very well.
I agree, especially early in the game. Watson has got the space. You hear the train in the horizon here at WakeMed Soccer Park, the home of the RailHawks. A lot of times when a train comes by, it means a goal for the RailHawks. Orlando trying to get his footing down near the end line. Corner kick, Carolina.
Great defending there from Slogic. Great defending, considering he's been up and down this line for 90 minutes, and then you got Orlando coming at you. Really good play. Wonderful opportunity here for the RailHawks. Just need a decent delivery.
Mensing has come forward, so is Connor Tobin. Schuler is in there. Tobin makes the near post run. They go far post, looking for Becky. It bounces. Black will send it over to the left side, and it'll go out of bounds as Abadawi can't handle it, and that means we've got 30 more minutes of soccer. After 90 minutes, no score.
What an entertaining second half that was. Credit there to Charlotte. Credit to Charlotte. They've hung in there. Can they do it for another 30 minutes, though? That's the thing, because RailHawks have been pounding at the door. Some good saves from the goalkeeper from Charlotte.
We're going to take a break and come back with Overtime Soccer, the third round of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup here at WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary. More soccer coming. No score. The RailHawks in Charlotte tied at 0-0.
Deep River Sporting Clays and Shooting School is a special place located on 65 acres of beautiful forest land and just a short 30-minute drive from just about anywhere in the Triangle. A place where you can experience a safe, family-friendly day of sporting clays or host an amazing corporate event or private party. We invite you to come experience for yourself why target shooting is one of the fastest growing leisure activities in the U.S. right here at Deep River.
CEI. Transform your business.
Stand and chant in the South Stand supporters section. Grab a local beer at the Far Post Beer Garden or enjoy the Duck Donuts family section. No matter what you're looking for, experience it at Wake Med Soccer Park for the Carolina RailHawks 10th anniversary season. Don't feel like driving? Take the free fan bus from downtown Raleigh and Cary bars. Don't miss the action June 4th at 7:30 p.m. as the RailHawks take on the Jacksonville Armada. For tickets, go to CarolinaRailHawks.com today.
Overtime soccer here at Wake Med Soccer Park in Cary, home to the Carolina RailHawks, the Charlotte Independents from the USL, the NASL's Carolina RailHawks, third round of the 2016 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. Dean Linke with Sam Sockley. What's on the line here? A shot at New England Revolution coming to town.
Yeah, what a big game that is for any club. You know, obviously when a club like that comes in, you're looking at gate receipts, you're looking at financials, you're looking at sponsorship. That's really important to get that when you've got these MLS teams coming in. So there's a lot on the line for the teams, and excellent second half from the RailHawks. They tried everything apart from, they've done everything apart from scoring. Here you can see some of the highlights. Brian Shriver here, excellent play, brings it in there, drops to Matty Watson. I felt he could have just side-footed and guided that in. He's tried to hit that quick off his lace. This from Deleuze, opens his bodies up, drives it, curls it onto that crossbar there. It just needs to dip an extra couple of inches before you see the ball starting to move at the last part. Here again, Matty Watson driving, T. Shipolani, good touch, drives it, the goalkeeper, easy save for the goalkeeper, but does well to get it out of the box. Once again, that's a wonderful tackle there to start it from Johnson, but you see Naz picking it back up, goalkeeper stands, angles are good, punches it back out.
Abadawi was pulled from behind, too, just outside the 18 after that touch.
Yeah.
But you see pulled right on the arm.
Yeah, and I think they was trying to hang on with a second to go, but the referee didn't see that. I don't think he's going to give that, not at that stage of the game. But you can see here now both head coaches here around their team. You see this often. There's not really much you could say. You're just talking about concentration here. You're talking about staying focused, keep doing the things you're doing. He'll probably say that RailHawks have done everything they can. They're not going to change. They're going to keep the ball. Make sure you're stopping the crosses and getting bodies on the line. And from Coach Collins' standpoint, he's going to be saying the same thing. Keep moving the ball. Keep trying to find those lines. The goal's going to come. Be careful of the counter-attack. Stay focused, you two centre-backs.
Final huddle, you see Akira Fitzgerald being vocal.
Sorry, Dean, I was going to say what this does do is give a good opportunity for players like Orlando and Schuler to get, good 35, 40 minutes. These players come in, they do well to give them an opportunity going into the next game against Jacksonville.
Well, they're going to get at least 30 more. It's not a golden goal situation. They'll play it in full. And then if we don't have a decision, we'll go to penalty kicks.
Penalty kicks, just like the Champions League final. Did you watch that?
Fantastic.
Yeah, brilliant, wasn't it? And a tees up perfect for Ronaldo, eh? Guy misses on the fifth, and Ronaldo steps up, and he's a hero.
It's funny, a lot of people say you look like Ronaldo, by the way.
What, the fat Ronaldo, the old one, R9. But now, what a player, eh? What a game that was, considering that's a team there, Atletico Madrid, got that goal in the 70th minute or so. Went and kissed his wife.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Yeah, great stuff.
Long ball, it'll go out of bounds, back to Carolina, overtime underway. Dean Linke, Sam Stockley with you here on USSoccer.com and CarolinaRailHawks.com. The NASL's Carolina RailHawks, the USL's Charlotte Independents, with Major League Soccer's New England Revolution awaiting the winner on June 15th, either right here at WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary, should the RailHawks win, or in Charlotte, should the Independents win for the second year in a row against the Carolina RailHawks in this competition. Right side, Abadawi quickly looking for Schuler. Shipolani, overlapping run. Shipolani first times it. Needs to do better with that service.
Yeah, you know, another overlap. I like that. You know, I've been impressed with the two outside backs. I've said it a couple of times. I've been impressed with the way that they've got forward. It just gives a whole different dynamic to Shriver, to Deleuze when he was playing, T. Shipolani when you got that support going on the outside. Been impressed with the two Charlotte centre-backs as well. You know, they've true centre-backs. They've defended well. They've put their bodies on the line. They've stayed connected. They've obviously got a very good understanding.
Black squared back in. Orlando. Turn. Schuler looked like he was pulled. Oh. And how about the Carolina RailHawks? Schuler with the goal.
Great play from Orlando as well to get that assist. You can see a great play from him. There's that one-touch football that Coach Duan was talking about at half-time, you know. Get it in, great movement. Like you said, what a strike that is there from Schuler. Great ball in here, just a little bit composed. You see Schuler feels it, he gets pulled there from, I think it was Kalungi, but he just turns and buries that far post. What a great goal that is there. That's a true striker's goal. Just turn and hit it. Nothing the goalkeeper could do about that.
Absolutely perfect shout out from you on John Orlando. He was brilliant on that play, Sam Stockley. And then Schuler, he was even pulled. And then the presence to finish. Schuler has been lurking, knocking at the door, and just like that, Ekra comes the other way. But the Carolina RailHawks on top 1-0. And it's been a while since we cranked up a little bit. How about the Carolina RailHawks?
No, deservedly so. Great play. I'm pleased for Schuler as well. You know, he's been working hard. He's come into the team and maybe hasn't got a goal or his chances there, but he's took that there. Fantastic. Great centre-forward goal. Just turned and hit it. But it's interesting, you know, like I said at the beginning of the program about Orlando, you know, he's been the most dangerous player in training. He's been the one that's been getting the assists and the goals in the team, and he comes in. It just goes to show your training habits, right? Training habits come into your game habits. You can't train and play different. Credit to him.
Well, you mentioned you talked to Juwan Bader. I talked to Colin Clark today, and he said the same thing about Orlando. Just phenomenal praise. And Watson fouled by Calvert.
Just going to see a little bit of frustration here now from Calvert as he's walking off there. He's not interested in speaking to the referee. You can see Matty Watson, you know, he don't normally stay down. So he must have felt that one.
The referee talks to Calvert. Watson now up, but he is limping.
Yeah, he looks like he's struggling a little bit there.
That could be where Kelly comes in to help out.
Definitely.
Tobin now over the ball. Back over to Mensing. The RailHawks lead at 1-0.
This will open the game right up now. This will suit Carolina RailHawks because Charlotte have to get a goal. So they're going to have to put some bodies forward. And once they do that, it's going to open up gaps for Shriver, Schuler, Orlando, T. Shipolani, Naz Abadawi. It's going to open up all sorts of gaps.
Speaking of gaps, that long ball was on target for Orlando. Kalungi there just at the nick of time to head it out. Otherwise, Orlando, the flag was staying down. He was on.
Yeah, it was a great little ball. Just caught the top of his head.
Matty Watson seems to be okay. Tough ball to Orlando. It'll be a corner kick, Carolina.
You can just see he's going over to take the corner now. Yes, just goes to show confidence and people, you know, Orlando wants to be involved in everything. I like that. I like to see that from a player.
Smoke bomb.
Can smell it.
Woo! A little bit too late for that. Here's Watson. Becky, good touch. Black thought about dialing one.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen that of his left foot.
Up 1-0 though. If he set one into the parking lot, he did not want to hear from Colin Clark, I think.
No. Might have wasted a bit of time though.
Falls back to Abadawi. Abadawi into the 18. Abadawi staying with it. Oh! And how about the Carolina RailHawks, Nazmi Abadawi.
What a goal that is there from Naz Abadawi. I've been saying it all game, you know. What I love about him is he gets the ball and he drives it, yeah. And once you get in that box, there's nothing you could do about it. You see here, he gets it here, goes to Shriver. Here he just plays, ricochets off. Naz, first touch there, wants to get you in the box. Look at that little roll touch, opens up space here, knows exactly what he's doing and buries that far corner. What a fantastic strike that is.
He had a similar one like that in the first half that he just missed. This time, he knew what he wanted to do with it. There were a few RailHawks players calling for him to give it up. He had no plans on giving it up, and I'm glad he didn't.
No.
Brown back over to Calvert now. 2-0 RailHawks, and that'll go out of bounds. The RailHawks looking like they're going to move on and face the New England Revolution.
Yeah, and what a great opportunity that'll be for the club, and like we said, for everybody involved, having a MLS side down here. On top of that, then you've got obviously West Ham coming down here on July 12th, you know, so there's some real big games coming up, which is fantastic for the community and the club. There's that ball that's worked out this time. Lovely strike there from Simon Menson. Look at Orlando here, just twisting and turning, yeah.
Orlando's on it still. Schuler shows. Field is wide open now. Schuler will go out of bounds, though, back to Charlotte.
You know, at the end of the day, this is what you want. You want game changers. You want subs to come off the bench and make a difference. And there's no question that Schuler and Orlando have come in and made a massive difference to the squad in this game.
Shipolani now on it. Over to Watson.
Third substitution coming in the 97th minute of play. Brought to you by Mellow Mushroom. Coming out of game number 22, Joel.
No, maybe it is a time now for Coach Colin to get one more sub in. Rest some legs. 2-0 up.
But keep in mind the New England Revolution, Kai Kamara traded from the Columbus Crew, now part of the New England Revolution. Brad Knighton, former goalkeeper for the RailHawks, part of the roster. Here's Schuler, he'll drop it, Shipolati, save, still loose, Shriver, and how about the Carolina RailHawks 3-0.
Look at Schuler there again. You know, that's the difference, just driving at a tired back four. You can see here, Charlotte now, they've put everything on the line. It's a difficult one for them. You know, you go into extra time and excellent play there, excellent play. Just see here, Schuler, he's unselfishly tries to lay in T. Shipolani. Goalkeeper makes another fantastic save, and you got Naz, you got Schuler, you got Brian Shriver all following up. Again, comes off Schuler, making that impact, getting the ball and driving at the back four. Great play there from the centre forward.
Billy Schuler, Nazmi Abadawi, Brian Shriver with 3 goals here in the first overtime. And the RailHawks are feeling it. Here's the deal, they may have more goals in them.
Yeah, and this will be good. You know, this will be good for this will be good for the team. RailHawks, like we said, they've come off the back of 4 games. You know, they've not scored as many goals, and now they've got a chance of racking up 5 or 6. Goalkeeper must be distraught. He's made some absolutely great saves for Charlotte, but he's had no chance with the 3 goals that's just happened in this first 10 minutes.
Herrera send one in. Calvert goes down, does not get the call.
They got to be careful here. They got to be careful here, Charlotte. Calvert, they're all now starting to get a little bit, obviously tiredness sets in. They're starting to get annoyed. They're starting to contest every ball. They're starting to moan at the referee. And it's a wonderful delivery there from Herrera. There's no foul in that. He just jumps a little bit early. jumps early and couldn't get it. Now he's having a go at the referee.
Keep in mind the New England Revolution, coached by former Duke star Jay Heaps, as he looks forward to coming back to Carolina as well. Darius Barnes also on the New England Revolution.
Yeah, it's going to be set up for a wonderful game. And historically, you know, RailHawks have had a real good run in this Open Cup, so they'll be, once they get through this and obviously get past the weekend, and they can focus on that and enjoy a cup run.
Orlando, the flag stays down. Shriver, oh my, what happened there? Gets away from Shriver, still able to run it down. And it'll be a corner kick, Carolina.
Just lost his touch there. Great ball, just lost his touch. Good opportunities from Orlando. Shriver. You can see there, just on cameras on him there, just a little bit disappointed. Another opportunity for him to get a goal.
4 minutes remaining here in the first overtime. The RailHawks, not 1, not 2, but 3 goals here in the first overtime. Orlando stays with it. Orlando bumped to the ground. He could have got that call, frankly.
I think he was looking for a penalty. You could see his reaction to the referee. They bumped each other, and then I'm not sure what happened, if he got caught or tripped or...
Charlotte trying to show a little bit of fight, but it's going to be tough. Down a man. June Marcus Davidson sent off early in the first half. Former RailHawks star, now a member of the Charlotte Independents, who I thought showed very well even after that point, but especially up to that point.
No, for sure. You know, in normal regulation game, they were excellent. You know, I just think that when you're playing against 10 men, and all credit to RailHawks, they've been outstanding. You know, I know they didn't score in normal game time, but they were knocking on the door. They were delivering balls. They were flying across the front. They were getting shots off, and they've just grounded Charlotte down, and there's nothing you can do about that, you know. You can see Charlotte here. They've gone to a back three. They've got to try and get something out of it. They've gone to a back three, tried to push a couple of bodies forward, but like we said, you know, once that first goal went in, and they had to come out and try and score, it just opens up a lot of gaps at the back, and RailHawks have been all over that and found the gaps and exploited it.
Better work here from Charlotte. Mensing gets a piece of it, falls to Herrera. Herrera back into Brown. Brown back to goal, drop to Ekra. Ekra with Watson. Watson stays with it and stays low. Abadawi now. Shriver over to Schuler. Schuler will check back, trying to stay with it. Schuler to Shriver. Shriver's in. Orlando making the run. Orlando mishit it. Boy, his eyes got big, I think.
Great play there, though, from Brian Shriver. That early ball there with his left foot into that space for Orlando. And, yeah, exactly that. He just see the net rippling before the ball came. He just picked it up and spun off his right shin pad. But great play. Great break again from RailHawks. You know, credit to Brian Shriver, the work he's put in. You know, you think about it, this is now in the 105th minute, and Brian Shriver's still getting the ball and doing 60, 70 yards with it.
Yeah, well said. All season long, he's been amazing. I think Calvert is down. Mike Jeffries has used all his subs, though, so.
Yeah, I think he just caught him there on the back. Connor Tobin just checked on him. I think maybe have a bit of cramp or a bit of a dead leg there. Dead calf. Great play. I like, you know, nothing against the team that have been playing, but I like this front four. I like this front four. You know, you look at Naz Abadawi, you look at Orlando, you look at Schuler, you look at T. Shipolani, you look at Brian Shriver, you got pace, players that can finish. They're looking to try and find each other. If anything, T. Shipolani's probably been the quiet one out of these four at the minute. I think he's just having a rest out on that right-hand side at the minute.
Calvert back onto the pitch. And that is the end of the first overtime, but what an overtime it was. The RailHawks come up with 3 goals, and they have a 3-0 lead. Going to take a quick break and come back for the second overtime. The RailHawks on top 3-0 over the Charlotte Independents.
Deep River Sporting Clays and Shooting School is a special place located on 65 acres of beautiful forest land and just a short 30-minute drive from just about anywhere in the Triangle. A place where you can experience a safe, family-friendly day of sporting clays or host an amazing corporate event or private party. We invite you to come experience for yourself why target shooting is one of the fastest growing leisure activities in the U.S. right here at Deep River.
CEI. Transform your business.
Stand and chant in the South Stand supporters section. Grab a local beer at the Far Post Beer Garden or enjoy the Duck Donuts family section. No matter what you're looking for, experience it at Wake Med Soccer Park for the Carolina RailHawks 10th anniversary season. Don't feel like driving? Take the free fan bus from downtown Raleigh and carry bars. Don't miss the action June 4th at 7:30 p.m. as the RailHawks take on the Jacksonville Armada. For tickets, go to CarolinaRailHawks.com today.
How about the Carolina RailHawks? Heading to the second overtime, it's 3-0. Let's roll to the highlights here quickly of what happened here in the first overtime. 3 goals for the RailHawks.
Yeah, you just see here Paul Black goes into Orlando, and it's a great play from Orlando. Look, it's just a little give and go. Schuler gets pulled but turned, and what a finish that is from the centre forward. Once again here, Naz Abadawi, impressed with him, you know, drives inside, creates his own opportunity, bends it far post, great finish. Goalkeeper could do nothing about that. You just see there, opens it up, falling away, guides it into that side netting. And here you see Schuler again, one of the subs who's had a massive impact, T. Shipolani. Keeper does a great save. Naz is teed up, and then a tap in for Brian Shriver, who's also been excellent tonight. He's worked his socks off.
Yeah, Shriver, you felt like he was going to get one before the night was over. You really felt the same thing about Nazmi Abadawi as well. They both able to get one after Schuler opens up his account, and it's 3-0 with the New England Revolution headed to Carolina, barring a disaster here. I feel like I can say it. The Jello is jiggling for the RailHawks as they're going to move on. New England Revolution coming to town. Kai Kamara, Jay Heaps, the head coach, start at Duke. Darius Barnes, Brad Knighton could be in goal. He played for the Carolina RailHawks.
Yeah, for sure. You know, like you said, you know, to have an MLS club, you know, like back home, it's like having a Premiership come down here. You got an MLS club here, get to pick your tactics and your style against the top players in the country, and hopefully we'll get a full house for that.
Flag is up on Orlando. Orlando missed it anyway.
But yeah, hopefully, you know, you can fill the seats, and it's great for the club. You get revenue, new sponsorships and things like that. So all in all for the community, it's going to be excellent. And then like we said, you've got West Ham coming on the 12th of July, which is another huge game. So it's exciting times for the RailHawks.
Incredible times.
And what will top it off is 2 wins now, and they get their opportunity of winning the...
Here's a shot from Herrera. Boy, that's Mike Jeffries. You could see him still telling his team, hey, if you get one,
you never know.
Forget what D. Linky just said. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. But that's that Herrera, you know, we talk about. Just a little snapshot there, drops into him, and he's not afraid to pull the trigger on that.
Herrera heads over, takes the corner. The RailHawks still have 1 substitution remaining. You think Jeremy Kelly could come on?
Yeah, it'd be good, you know, 3-0 up. It'd be good to see It'd be good to see, here he is now in fact, it'd be good to see one of the young lads come on, you know, great opportunity for them. Jeremy Kelly's a wonderful prospect, as I said, you know, came through Castle Capital Area RailHawks Academy, highly thought of, You know, John Bradford does a wonderful job there with those guys, those players, and that whole program. So it's great to see the product coming onto the field.
Jeremy Kelly, St. Thomas More in Chapel Hill, then Cardinal Gibbons, a stone throw away in Raleigh, North Carolina. Great family. His brother, a star tennis player for the UNC tennis program, and Jeremy Kelly will play for Carlos Samuano and the Tar Heels after a gap year.
T. Cipollani's solid evening. You know, he'd done all his work in the first part, getting at players, good deliveries. He's worn down. Charlotte, you know, Charlotte Independence here, they've got to hold their head up. I know that it feels like, obviously, you know, they're 3-0 down, and they theoretically, like you said, unless anything goes wrong, they're gonna be out the Open Cup. But they've been outstanding, you know, for a team that's 2-3 years into their franchise, and they've got some very, very good players, and they play a lovely way and a lovely, you know, a lovely style, and you could see why they're doing so well in the USL.
Shriver, that's Schuler rather. Overlapping run. Kelly, there's Orlando, was looking for one, and he gets one. John Orlando's made it 4-0. He wanted one, and how about the Carolina RailHawks 4-0?
Brilliant, and look at him there, just interacting with the crowd. What a fantastic goal. He just, he uses the overlap of Jeremy Kelly, who's just come on, and just literally, you see in this replay, just dips his shoulder here, look, uses the overlap. Left back can't do anything. Look, pop, dips his shoulder. Not actually the best finish, but he'll take that. You know, goes under the keeper. It's probably the one mistake the keeper's had all night. He's been excellent, but you can see him here. He shows that. Look, he's interacting with everybody. You can show how popular that is. Show how hard working he is. You know, he's been excellent in training, and it's great to see him getting his opportunity.
He plays up to the crowd.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, I do.
He's a bit of a showman. I like that.
Yeah, and he's got that arrogance and that confidence to do it, and so he should. He's been excellent. It's just a player full of confidence. He's been waiting for his opportunity to come in. He's, like I said before, he's been training hard, he's been working hard, he's been waiting for his opportunity, and he's got it. He's got it, and he's had a massive hand. He's had an assist. He's scored a goal.
He was going to get one, Sam. You could tell he was not going to stop.
No, you could look at him now on the move now. He wants another one. That's what's so great about it. He wants another one. And so he should.
Orlando shows and then squares it to Watson. Didn't panic right there. Right side to Schuler. Now all they need to do is get the young man Jeremy Kelly a goal. That would be something.
You could just see Orlando calling for it through the middle there. Drew Becky looks like he's struggling a little bit here. Just needs to sit in, doesn't need to do anything now. Obviously with the game at the weekend. Lovely ball there from Akira.
Good touch by Becky. Abadawi. Kelly's lurking on the right side. Abadawi pulled from behind. It's going to be a yellow, I believe.
Just Brown, Naz Abadawi there is just too quick. He's too quick to ball at his feet at this time. Brown's been going through a lot of work. You know, he's been the talisman up there for Charlotte on his own, and he's tried to track back, and great play from Naz Abadawi. Took it quick.
Take it quick to Kelly. Kelly trying to attack Slogic. Kelly tucks back. Kelly can have a go. Runs into the goalkeeper. Corner kick, Carolina.
Just think he could have took that touch 4 or 5 steps earlier there, Dean. He's trying to square up the left back. Slogic there, and to be fair, he does well to left back. He doesn't allow him to get that opportunity to drop a shoulder and obviously go past him, which Orlando had just done to him, but I think you could hit that a little bit earlier. It creates the angle to go across goal.
The New England Revolution are coming to town on June 15th. Tickets available immediately at CarolinaRailHawks.com. That's Wednesday, June 15th at 7:30. 4th round of the 2016 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. Get your tickets, folks. The New England Revolution and Major League Soccer. It'll be a great night. And the RailHawks also here on June 4th. Still tickets to see Tony Meola. 1990-94 U.S. World Cup, part of 3 World Cup teams. The captain of the 94 team on the bench for Jacksonville.
Yeah, that's going to be a massive game for the RailHawks. You know, it's a must-win game if they want to continue their chances of getting that championship this spring season. So they'll have to rest up after this game. But you know what? When you've just won, so I was just stopping there. good play between the centre back there and the left back. But I was just saying, you know, it's easy to play that game with a 4-0 win. Confidence will be high. They've played excellent today for me. RailHawks, first 5 minutes, Charlotte came out. I thought RailHawks maybe a little bit sloppy. They weren't expecting the quick rush from Charlotte. But since then, they settled down in after about 15 minutes. And to be honest with you, since June Davison's been sent off, they've completely and utterly controlled the game.
Fans, as a reminder, the winner of this match will host the Major League Soccer team, the New England Revolution, on Wednesday, June 15th at 7:30 p.m.
RailHawks send it back to Tobin. Tobin will switch it to Becky. Becky's got Orlando. Stays with it. Becky to the feet of Orlando. Orlando quickly to Schuler. Schuler will leave it for Kelly. Kelly trying to find the open man and does. Shriver is there. Shriver on the attack. Shriver back across. Schuler trying to make it 5-0. He just missed.
Great play. Great movement, great play. Charlotte's stretched, they're tired. Orlando's using the field there. You know, real good movement. Ball into Schuler, who tried to drop it off to Kelly. Here you see now Brian Shriver just drags it onto his left foot, stands it up. Great little run there across the centre-back, Kaluji from Schuler. Just couldn't tuck it in that near post.
Still plenty of time, about 7 minutes remaining. It's 4-0 RailHawks. Went to overtime, and then the doors opened up for the RailHawks. 3 in the first overtime, 1 here in the second overtime, 4-0.
He's caught him there. He's caught him there from Herrera. I think
Herrera will get the yellow card.
Yeah, that looked, I'd like to maybe see that in a replay because it looked like he caught Drew Becky there.
Drew Becky already a little banged up as well. Herrera with the signal there to Becky. 115th minute, let's see what happens.
Just see here, yeah. He gets the ball, he's trying to wriggle it, just gets away from him on his touch there. Drew Becky steps. No, it wasn't as bad. I thought he'd come down on him with a little bit more of a straighter leg, so.
High pressure from Calvert. Akira Fitzgerald gets it out. Kelly with a little push. Better work here now from Charlotte. Zachary Pfeiffer, who came on late. There's Kelly, gets the touch, and here comes Schuler and Kelly. Kelly's going to go on his right side. Kelly. Shriver. Kelly still open, far side. Schuler's on. Schuler, and it's 5-0. How about the Carolina RailHawks smoking Charlotte and moving on?
Brilliant finish there. Brilliant finish from Schuler. You can see, look at them going in there, led by Orlando, just thanking all the fans for staying. Great play. Great ball movement. Shriver just picks out here. Schuler comes in. I thought that first touch just got away from him, but brings the keeper, goes down quick, and he just dinks it over him there with a lovely little touch. Well played for Schuler. Excellent breakaway there from the RailHawks. Charlotte now are just saying, get me off this field. Just blow the whistle and get me off. I've been in games like this, Dean. Get me out of here. Just get me off this field, please. There's nothing we can do.
They might have one here. Let's see.
That'll be a big thing for the back four. For RailHawks, they'll be saying, you know, that's what they got. No goals. They don't want any goals here. Keep it 5. He's got cramp, Brown. He's put in a great effort. Centre forward there. You can see Connor Tobin helping him out with his calf. I've been in that situation as well. That hurts when that locks up.
Connor Tobin is class.
Yeah, it's just, you know, when you're out on the field like this as a pro, you've been in these situations, you know. You're gonna go for goals. Of course you are. It's just, you know, if you can drop the hammer on a team, you're going to do that because the team's going to drop the hammer on you if you give them a chance. But you know, that's just great play from a couple of professionals there.
Speaking of great play, excellent job under Kyle Lang, Dylan Pond, Nelson Hurst, Josh the Beard Revis, Brian Ware, I know I'm missing somebody down there, but you know we love you. Coach Cunningham is somewhere around. Great crew as always. Sam, the RailHawks unloading here in the overtime.
Yeah, and they've earned it. You know, I know that you might say, well, there's been a sending off and this, but they've earned it. They've been knocking on the door, and as we said, once that first goal went in, it would change the game for Charlotte. They were going to have to come out, and the moment they came out, RailHawk have shown their class and their ability to be able to find the line, stay patient.
Good tuck back. Here's a shot, and Kira Fitzgerald gets high. I think he deflected that.
Great save.
To keep the shutout.
Yeah, you could just see Brown's gone down there with his calf again, but he's just, again, gone to open it up here. Good little footwork. He's gone to open it up, cuts it back onto his left foot, and just hits that one straight, and Kira gets a lovely little tip over his bar.
RailHawks trying to keep the shutout up 5-0. Still loose in front. Cleared out of there by Orlando.
There you go.
Boy, I like what Orlando brings. He has got a swagger.
Yeah, he sure has. But he's backed it up with his work rate. He's backed it up with what he's done on the field, and you don't mind that at all.
Menti was hoping to pop that one long to Orlando.
You can see Brown there. He's given everything he could.
Schuler with a couple. Orlando's got one. Nasby Abadawi's got one, and so does Schreiber. Your 5 goals for the RailHawks, all coming in overtime.
5 great goals as well, Dean. If you think about the goals that have happened and how they've moved the ball around, it's been 5 real team effort goals.
Played all the way back to Akira Fitzgerald. The RailHawks back here on Saturday to take on Tony Meola and the Jacksonville Armada FC. Tickets to the game still available. You can purchase by calling the RailHawks box office at 919-459-8144 or online at CarolinaRailHawks.com. It took overtime, but the Carolina RailHawks with 5 goals here in overtime lead Charlotte 5-0. Over the top, Slogic is there, but so is Becky. Final seconds here of overtime. The RailHawks moving on to face Major League Soccer's New England Revolution. Boy, even before that, though, Saturday night against Jacksonville.
It's going to be a great game. Going to be a great game. Must win for the RailHawks. We've already spoke about that. They want to keep their championship season alive. But coming off the back of this 5-0 win, you know, they've earned it. They've earned this. I know, you know, I've gone back over it a few times with a sending off and down to 10 men, but they've been excellent. They've moved the ball well. I like Drew Becky at right back. I think Black's been excellent at at left back. 2 centre backs are starting to work it out, you know, and with this dynamic front 4-5.
And that is the whistle. How about the Carolina RailHawks moving on to face the New England Revolution in the 4th round. A 5-0 final over Charlotte here in the 3rd round of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup.
Yeah, just a professional, excellent performance from the RailHawks. You know, Charlotte have done everything they could to try to stay in there. You know, credit to them and the club and their players and what they've done. But with that sending off, just obviously opened up gaps, and they were excellent RailHawks.
So for Kyle Lang and our entire production crew, my broadcast partner, Sam Stockley, I'm Dean Linke. Once again, your final score in the 3rd round of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup here at WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary. The Carolina RailHawks 5 and the Charlotte Independence 0. Black squared back in. Orlando. Turn. Schuler looked like he was pulled. And how about the Carolina RailHawks? Schuler with the goal.
Great play from Orlando as well to get that assist. You can see a great play from him. There's that one-touch football that Coach Duan was talking about at half-time, you know. Get it in.
Falls back to Abadawi. Abadawi into the 18. Abadawi staying with it all! And how about the Carolina RailHawks? Nasby Abadawi.
Schuler, he'll drop it. Chipolati. Schuler, he'll drop it. Chipolati.
For the RailHawks, part of the roster. Here's Schuler, he'll drop it. Chipolati, save, still loose. Schreiber, and how about the Carolina RailHawks 3-0?
Look at Schuler.
Shriver, that's Schuler rather. Overlapping run. Kelly, there's Orlando, was looking for one and he gets one. John Orlando's made it 4-0. He wanted one, and how about the Carolina RailHawks 4-0?
Brilliant, and look at him there, just interacting with the crowd.
Still open, far side. Schuler's on. Schuler. Still open, far side. Schuler's on. Schuler.
Kelly still open, far side. Schuler's on. Schuler, and it's 5-0. How about the Carolina RailHawks smoking Charlotte and moving on?
Brilliant finish there. Brilliant finish from Schuler. You can see, look.